The call of the game, here's Tom McCarthy and Nathan Zagura.
Week 10 of the National Football League has the Cleveland Browns down in Baltimore where they take on the Ravens for a second time this year, a pivotal AFC North matchup. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy along with Nathan Zagura, and we'll be joined by Gerard Cherry in just a little bit. Beautiful sun-splashed afternoon here in Baltimore. The Browns have just taken a field, and Nathan, you mentioned this during the pregame show, how this could be a season-marking ball game for the Cleveland Browns.
Absolutely. You have a chance here. You get a win today. I think it will be season-defining. It's catapults you right back to the top of this division, and it keeps you very much alive not only to win the AFC North, but obviously keeping pace in the AFC for the wild card picture as well. This is a very, very important game. 5-3 Browns, 7-2 Baltimore Ravens. The number one total defense, the number two total defense, the number one scoring defense of the Ravens, the number three scoring defense of the Browns. And so this is going to be a physical one. You mentioned sunsplash, but it's crisp out there.
Yep.
It's football weather, Tom.
Well, it's football weather, and this also is an indication on how good this division is at this juncture of the season.
Yeah, if the playoffs started today, every team in the AFC North would be in the playoffs. And, of course, it is the Browns' luck, right, that at 5-3 you'd be in second place alone in basically every other division or tied for first. But this is what you have to deal with. This is the best division in football. And if you want to be the best, you have got to go, not to quote the great Ric Flair, but you've got to go to be the man, you got to beat the man. And so right now, the man, the Baltimore Ravens, 7-2 at home. We haven't won here since 2019. This is a chance to make a huge statement.
And also to slow down one of the guys that's the leading candidate for the MVP in the National Football League, and that's Lamar Jackson as well.
Two-time Pro Bowler, was the MVP back in 2019. Actually, the last time the Browns beat the Ravens here in Baltimore. And he's doing something that hasn't been done since Steve Young in 1994. He is currently leading the NFL in completion percentage and in rushing yards per game as a quarterback. Last time Steve Young did that, the Niners won the Super Bowl. He was the Super Bowl MVP and the regular season MVP. So his dual threat nature is very difficult to deal with, but I think Todd Monken has unlocked a passing aspect to Lamar Jackson that we have not seen, and it makes this Ravens team very dangerous.
It kind of harkens back to his college days on a lot of levels. Deshaun Watson played one game after being out for a couple weeks. How important was playing that one game, you think?
I think it was massive, because even in that game you saw early on him miss some throws that he normally would hit, because there's no way to account for game speed. You can't get that in practice, and so I think getting that under his belt, the confidence grew, the throws, the quality of the throws grew over the course of that game. That's huge, because you can't start slow against the Ravens. You think you can? Ask the Detroit Lions.
Right.
They were down 28-0 after running 9 offensive plays. Ask the Seattle Seahawks last week. You have to start fast. So I think that experience was very good for Deshaun Watson.
All right, give me a feel on the offensive line. What are you thinking going into today's game?
Yeah, it looks like if we're judging based on what we saw here in the pregame when they came and they lined up, we're going to keep that interior three the same. Joel Bitonio, Posick, Wyatt Teller. Right tackle will be James Hudson. Left tackle will be Jaron Christian. 49 games, 16 starts. Last started 8 games for the Houston Texans in 2021. Former third-round pick of the Washington Commanders, or the football team, or whatever they were, back in 2018, and was Lamar Jackson's tackle at Louisville.
Yeah, so he has a pretty good idea of what the defense is going to be facing for the Cleveland Browns. Maybe he can whisper a few things in their ear before he goes out there. All right, the game time temperature at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, 50 degrees. Visit clevelandbrowns.com/Wendy's to redeem a coupon today for a free small Frosty at participating Wendy locations. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Now, the wind is light. We were just watching the kickers do their last-minute practicing as the Ravens were being introduced to our right. It's not a factor as of right now, and sometimes it is here in this stadium.
It is, and it looks good, and both kickers actually had very impressive warm-ups, and I watched them both. Justin Tucker going, as we look at the field from our left to our right, made one from that 40, which is a 70-yarder, much to the delight of the crowd, and Hopkins was good from 60-plus. So you've got right now the leader in the NFL in 50-yard made field goals, and Dustin Hopkins with 7, and then Justin Tucker has made 58 from 50-plus in his career, second all-time, behind only Matt Prater, who we saw last week. So a lot of good distance kickers, and certainly that could be a factor today. These two kickers who are both playing, obviously, at elite levels.
And our salute to service continues in the National Football League. The Leapfrogs came into the stadium about 15 minutes ago. They were on target, let's say, and that also is a pretty good indication that there wasn't much wind going on today. The Ravens are being introduced. They'll be on the near side of the field. The Browns, meanwhile, are on the far side of the field. They've already taken the field and are ready for this afternoon's ball game. All right, so the Ravens and the Browns for the second time here in 2023. Week 10 of the National Football League is upon us. We'll take a break. You're listening to the University Hospitals Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
Howdy, I'm Miles Garrett. And I'm Joe Thomas. And even if we were Miles Thomas or Joe Garrett, we get the same level of care at University Hospitals. Because the same people who care for the Cleveland Browns care for all athletes in Northeast Ohio. With expert sports medicine and world-class everyday care. University Hospitals Drzezinski Sports Medicine Institute is here for you.
University Hospital's Drzezinski Sports Medicine Institute at UH Ahuja in Beechwood is now open with everything you need as an athlete. Learn more at uhsports.org.
In Cleveland, we believe in working hard and football. That's why Cross Country Mortgage is the official mortgage partner of your Cleveland Browns. That's two teams dedicated to getting it done and bringing home wins for the land. From buy to refi, let Cross Country Mortgage help you score the best loan.
Go get one done. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Reach out today at ccm.com.
Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC. NMLS 3029.
Here we go, Brownies. Here we go.
Browns fans, your ticket into the game is back for another season, brought to you by the Ohio Lottery. Check the Browns social channels daily to play the digital scratch-off game for your chance to win club seats and other great prizes too.
It's picked off. He picked it off at the 43-yard line.
Play today and check out your other favorite Ohio Lottery games at a retailer near you. Not an official Ohio Lottery game. Please play responsibly.
On SiriusXM, the NFL experience goes far beyond game day. And your SiriusXM subscription gives you all the access you need to the NFL content you crave every game. With your hometown announcers on the SiriusXM app.
He caught it for a touchdown.
Hear live talk shows discussing all the different angles.
He's been injured, but he knows how to win.
Passionate debates on Mad Dog Sports Radio. Interviews with coaches and players on NFL Radio. And advice on your fantasy lineups on Fantasy Sports Radio. All the NFL content you need, all on the SiriusXM app.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
Whoa, my kid's got a serious backhand.
can lead to an even bigger question like,
Tennis camp is how much?
and that's the type of moment where we'll meet you to help you build a savings plan for expenses big and small so your money can make money. Mike, how's that sound?
Sounds like match point.
Sounds like love.
You could serve up tennis puns all day.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
As the official ticket marketplace of the Cleveland Browns and the NFL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game. Whether you're cheering on the Browns at home or away, Ticketmaster has you covered. With Ticketmaster's interactive seat map, you'll get a 360-degree preview of your seat, so you can make sure you have the best view of those pivotal plays. Plus, the Ticketmaster app makes it easy to sell or transfer tickets if your plans change. And mobile tickets make getting in on game day a breeze. Find tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Browns.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station to identify themselves. This is the University Hospitals Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
Interact with our stable of former players, coaches, and executives all day long on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Back here in Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium, the captains are heading out toward midfield. The captains for the Browns, there are 6 of them coming from the far side, led by Myles Garrett. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they will send 5 captains out toward midfield. Lan Clark is the referee. He's been a referee since 2020. He is greeting the players as they arrive at the center of the field. So let's go down to the field for the coin toss for this afternoon's ball game. Again, Lan Clark is the referee for today's game. And he's just waiting for the players to do their greetings before he brings them all together.
You got a couple of former Browns, Clowney and Beckham, out there with the Ravens, so a lot of pleasantries being exchanged.
All right, here we go. Lan Clark. All right, he is showing the players the coin. There we go.
Your call.
Heads.
The call is heads. And it is tails. You've won the toss. You want to defer? Baltimore's won the toss and elected to defer. Cleveland will receive. Switch sides, gentlemen. Cleveland's choice this half, they will receive. Good luck.
All right, the Browns will receive to begin the first half. It's time now for our sideline report presented by Cross Country Mortgage, the official mortgage partner of the Cleveland Browns. Let's bring in Gerard Cherry.
And guys, mine's a pregame fight. I have not seen this much intensity from the Cleveland Browns. I had opportunity to be with them in the tunnel leading out to the football field. They had the boom box going. Once they got to a circle in the crowd, they got really animated and fired up, ready for this football game. And you can sense the intensity. You can feel it within these guys. And as I look at James Hudson right now, he has the look of death in his eyes that he's ready to take care of business. And obviously with him filling in this Sunday, it's going to be pivotal that he plays a major part along with Jerron Tristan as well, as guys keep coming up to them, tell them, let's go, let's get fired up, let's get ready to play some football.
Gerard, did you want to get out there? Is that what you're saying to us? You wanted to get out there today?
Yes, I got good 7 plays in me.
7 good plays. All right, Pierre Strong is back deep to receive for the Browns. The Ravens will kick off from left to right. The Ravens wearing the purple jerseys, the white pants, the black helmets with the Ravens logo on each side. Meanwhile, the Browns today going with the orange pants, the white jerseys with brown numbers, and the orange helmets. And again, the Ravens will be kicking from left to right. Crowd continues to file in here. There's a lot of open seats in the upper deck, but as we've known over the years, this place will be jam-packed and ready to go.
It's a great atmosphere, and this is a great opportunity for the Browns, who are going to start with the ball. And I think we've talked about Deshaun Watson. We've talked about having a fast start. You're going to need it offensively here, and this will be our first look at how the new tackles can hold up against the Ravens, which will be a big storyline here today.
All right, the officials are getting themselves set. Justin Tucker has the ball teed up at the 35-yard line, middle of the field, kicking from left to right. Here we go, the Ravens and the Browns for the second time this year. And we are underway, and Strong will let it go over his head, out of the back of the end zone, and the Browns will get the football to begin this afternoon's ball game. And all eyes are on Deshaun Watson, but also on this running game, which has been somewhat revamped this entire year because of Nick Chubb's injury.
Yeah, it's a 3-headed rushing attack, and Jerome Ford, the team's leading rusher with 425 yards. Kareem Hunt leads with 5 touchdowns, and Pierre Strong leads in yards per carry. But I think that ground game, especially on early downs, is going to be so important today, Tom.
It looks like the Browns are going to start with 3 tight ends, and all 3 are bunched on the right side of this offensive line. Jerome Ford in the backfield has Watson out of the gun. Njoku is in motion, and Watson hands the ball off. Ford running to his right, gets to the edge, wrapped up and taken down as he gets up to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of nearly 4 yards. And Michael Pierce makes the tackle for the Ravens. It'll be second down.
You know, coming into this one, the Browns have run the ball 57% on first down. That's the number 1 percentage in the NFL. And you're going to look for them to kind of hit you over the head with that ground game early so that at some point you take a play-action shot on first down.
Again, pistol formation for the Browns. Njoku is off to the left side of the offensive line. 2 receivers to the right on second down and 6 from the 29. Ravens show blitz. Now they pull it back. Ball is patted in the air, and it's intercepted by Humphrey, and he walks into the end zone. 18 yards. Excuse me, it's Kyle Hamilton. Hamilton deflected it high in the air and ran it into the end zone for the Ravens. 6-0 Baltimore.
Interception by the defense and touchdown.
Just too much loft on the pass, and it was up there for too slow a period of time.
Yeah, you're just trying to get a little quick throw out to the left. Kyle Hamilton blitzes off the left side. He's just throwing it out to David Njoku. It's the right read. Hamilton gets a hand on it, catches it into the end zone. Got his first career interception against the Browns in week 4. His second here today, his first pick 6. This is like Pittsburgh all over again. Disastrous start.
Well, it's the 10th interception of the year for the Ravens. Here's Tucker for the point after. Middle of the field, kicking from left to right, and his kick is good, and the Ravens jump out to a 7-0 lead with 14:20 to play here in the first quarter. Timeout on the field. The Browns will get it back again. You're listening to the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
Congratulations to the Texas Rangers.
The Rangers have won the World Series.
The only thing harder than winning that title is defending it. Tune to MLB Network Radio for up-to-the-minute coverage of baseball's hot stove season as teams take their first steps toward the 2024 World Series.
The hot stove is burning.
Every trade, every signing, live on-site coverage from baseball's winter meetings in Nashville. Hear it all on MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM 89, and the Sirius XM app.
Santa baby, bring on the merry and bring on the bright. on Holly, Channel 79. Or revisit Christmas Past with the nostalgic sound of holiday traditions on Channel 71. Listen now through Christmas Day and enjoy dozens of unique holiday channels anytime you want in the SiriusXM app.
In the end zone, touchdown!
Browns fans, get more of the great content you crave right now on the SXM app. Just search Cleveland Browns on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra Browns content, including coach and player press conferences, special team-specific shows, interviews, and much more. It's all on the SXM app. Download it and search Cleveland Browns today.
BusinessMachines.com. Get ready to kick off a winning football season with your furry teammate. But heads up, every 6 seconds a pet parent is tackled by a vet bill of $1,000 or more. Embrace Pet Insurance is the ultimate playbook, providing up to 90% back on vet bills, so you never have to choose between season tickets and the medical care your pet needs. Don't leave your pet's health on the sidelines. Visit EmbracePetInsurance.com or call 1-800-EMBRACE. That's 1-800-EMBRACE or EmbracePetInsurance.com.
Back here at Baltimore, where the Ravens have jumped out to a 7-0 lead with 14:20 to play here in the first quarter. You kind of alluded to it. Hopefully the Browns can get off to a good start and not allow what's happened to some of the other Ravens opponents.
So on Sunday mornings when I'm golfing with the boys, sometimes your first ball goes OB, breakfast ball. You're fine, like it didn't even happen. Maybe we need a petition. Roger Goodell's here. Hey, can we get a breakfast ball here for the Cleveland Browns? Obviously not an ideal start, but it wasn't like a bad play or a bad decision. It was just a kind of a freak play again.
Well, here's Tucker to kick it off, and the Browns will get it back. Strong will let it go over his head. It bounces on the V in Ravens in the end zone and goes out of the back. So Deshaun Watson will get another chance. The one thing, though, it's riled up this crowd in the early part of this ball game. It'll be first down from the 25-yard line from the far hash mark. Ford is back in the backfield. Again, the first time they came out, they started with 3 tight ends. Thought maybe that'd be an indication on how they would approach this offensive line. But instead, it's just Njoku who's off to the right side of the offensive line. Tillman is spread out to the far side. 2 receivers stacked to the left. Here comes the pressure. The ball is handed off to Ford, who runs to his right and gets knocked out of bounds. He's got a first down along the sidelines. It's a gain of nearly 13 yards. Geno Stone makes the tackle for the Ravens.
Browns that time ran a toss to Jerome Ford to the right when the Ravens were blitzing off the left, Kyle Hamilton, and that's who we got to keep an eye on. He gets blitzes, he gets sacks,
Number 53
he gets those turnovers.
is eligible. Number 53 is eligible.
So Nick Harris is eligible for the Browns. It'll be first down for the 38-yard line on the far hash mark. The Browns moving from right to left. Split out to the near side is Amari Cooper, a receiver to the right. They hand the ball off to Ford. Hit in the backfield, dragged down by Humphrey. It's a loss of 2 on the play. He's taken down to the 36. It'll be second down and 12.
Yeah, right there, Marlon Humphrey beat the block of Elijah Moore and was able to blow that play up, and then Patrick Queen just shot the gap, but it was Humphrey coming around, beating Moore. We're going to see, I think, a lot more of Nick Harris in this game because of what's going on with the offensive line.
2 receivers to the left side for the Browns, 1 to the right side. Njoku's on the right side of the offensive line, and second and 12 from the 37. Ford in the backfield, left of Watson. Watson takes the snap, throws to the middle of the field, incomplete. His intended receiver on the far side was Elijah Moore, and he just threw it behind him. It'll be third down and 12. Not necessarily third down and manageable here for the Browns.
No, and this is the situation they wanted to avoid. He had Elijah Moore there running a dig, curled in behind the linebacker, was open. The ball was behind him, and now this crowd is loud, and this is what you have to worry about. This is exactly what they wanted to avoid. Looks like they'll put the Chief over there near Christian to maybe chip on his way out.
Yeah, he's on the left side of the offensive line. Ford is in the backfield. Watson out of the gun on third down and 12. Taps his foot one time, takes the snap, drops back to pass. Pressure's coming, throws to his left. Pass is complete to Njoku. Nope, they're going to say he dropped it. Incomplete. It'll be fourth down, and the Browns will be forced to punt. He had it when he went to the ground. He dropped it.
And it wouldn't have been a first down anyway. No. He was short of the sticks right there. And Kyle Hamilton was draped all over him. Actually, it was Roquan Smith in coverage there. Not a great start. We talk a turnover and a 3 and out, or 4 and out in this case. You had that first down run by Jerome Ford. Now you need their defense to make a play for you.
Yeah, Duvernay is back deep to receive. He's standing inside the 15-yard line for the Ravens. Bojorquez on to punt the ball away. He gets this one off. It hits almost a wall. And Duvernay takes it at the 17 on the far side. Makes one man miss, gets to the 20, and is ridden out of bounds by Bryant. And out of bounds at the 22-yard lines. So a timeout on the field with the Ravens on top 7-0. 12:51 to play first quarter after a 46-yard punt. You're listening to the University Hospitals Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
This is Bob Kendrick, president of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum and host of the SiriusXM original podcast, Black Diamonds. Hear stories about the legends of the Negro Leagues and conversations with the all-time greats they've influenced, like two-time Super Bowl MVP Patrick Mahomes.
When it comes to having fun and enjoying myself on the field, I'm going to do that. It comes from the history. I learned it from my dad, who learned it from guys in the Negro League.
Hear over 70 episodes of the award-winning Black Diamonds podcast, available now on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcasts.
They are among the greatest to ever play their sports.
A game-winning home run by Derek Jeter.
They are legends and icons.
The Lakers take the lead on Magic Johnson's running skyhook.
And you can hear them right now on the SiriusXM app.
We got Magic Johnson here.
Everybody got all these shows. They've been hounding me. I said, I'm only doing one, and that's Eddie Johnson. Anytime you guys need me, I'm here.
Legendary Derek Jeter. Welcome to Black Diamonds.
Thanks for having me. I've been waiting for the invitation.
And for access to the game's greats, rely on the leader in sports audio, SiriusXM and the SiriusXM app.
SiriusXM NFL Radio's Sunday Drive takes you to live action of every NFL game, so you never miss a big play.
He's sacked by Parsons.
Follow the entire league without changing the channel.
Kansas City in position to add to the lead. Back there we go now, Chiefs Radio.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Plus, you'll hear fantasy football updates and post-game interviews. The Sunday Drive brings the NFL to you. Sundays noon to 8 Eastern on NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
The fantasy football playoffs are coming. And if you want to win, you need to listen to Fantasy Sports Radio.
Zero concerns about Jalen Waddle. Stop complaining. Enjoy the fantasy points that are about to come.
Touchdown Miami. We're here to help you overcome bye weeks, poor performance, and injuries.
Start Brees Hall every week.
That's a jet touchdown.
You need our team of fantasy football experts now more than ever.
You can't count on 15 to 20 points every single week from a guy who is the second option.
Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87, and on the SiriusXM app.
Cleveland fans, hear what Coach Stefanski and the players have to say after each game on the Browns channel. 807 on the SXM app.
For nearly a century, the Rumpke family has operated one of the nation's largest waste and recycling companies, providing top-level services to residential and commercial customers. That's Rumpke Waste and Recycling. Visit Rumpke.com to learn more. First possession for the Ravens on top 7-0 here in the first quarter. They're led by Lamar Jackson in his 6th year out of Louisville. Gus Edwards is the running back. Edwards out of Rutgers is in the backfield. Jackson works out of the gun. He'll be out of the gun most of the day. Off to the right side is Zay Flowers. Jackson waves Edwards into motion. They pass to the middle of the field for Mark Andrews, and Andrews is up to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of nearly 7 yards. Delbit with the tackle. It'll be second down.
Just sat down right in the middle of the Browns zone, and Mark Andrews is the guy that we have to worry about. 9 touchdowns against the Browns since the start of 2019. That's the most any player has against any team, any one team in the league. He had 2 scores in that Week 4 win.
Yeah, one away from tying the franchise record for touchdowns. Todd Heap has that. Second down and 2. Ball spotted at the 29-yard line. Flowers in motion, and somebody jumped on the right side of the defensive line for the Browns. And let's see, maybe there was movement on the other side. Jordan Elliott was the first one that bumped into the offensive line for the Ravens. Glenn Clark is the referee.
Encroachment. Defense, number 96. 5-yard penalty results in the first down.
All right, so Elliott is charged with the penalty, so it'll be a first down for the Ravens. It'll move the football up to the 34-yard line of Baltimore. Against 7-0 Ravens. Early going here in the first quarter. 12:13 to play. Ball spotted at the 34-yard line. Out of the gun is Jackson. Edwards moved in motion from one side to the other. Andrews lined up on the right side of the offensive line. Flowers in motion. They hand it off to Edwards. Edwards goes up the middle and now cuts to his left over the block of his left guard. And he's up to the 43-yard line before he's wrapped up after a gain of about 3.
So much motion, so much eye candy. Zay Flowers coming across, trying to widen the Browns out. They did a good job, though, of staying there and staying disciplined and limiting that to a shortish gain on first down for Edwards, who has 6 rushing touchdowns in the last 3 games alone.
Yeah, Tomlinson was there to make the tackle. It's second down. Second down at 5, ball at the 39-yard line. It's a long 5. Smith showing blitz from the near side. Off the play fake. Jackson rolls the pocket to the near side. Throws on the run. Pass is complete. On the run to Bateman, and Bateman has a first down inside Browns territory. Emerson makes the tackle after a 17-yard gain. It'll be first down, Baltimore.
Yeah, on that boot, I think they got away with a little bit of a hold on Zadarius Smith, but you talk about a tight window throw. That was that. MJ Emerson in great position. Lamar's throw too good.
First down for the 43. Hurry-up offense. Jackson looking to his left. Pressure's coming. Tries to break away. Throws underneath to Edwards, and Edwards has it at the 39-yard line. That was almost like a basketball pass, the way he dumped it off. It's a gain of nearly 5. It'll be second down and a long 5.5.
They were trying to fake a screen to Zay Flowers at the top and then come back and get Gus Edwards free, but the Browns collapsed the pocket on him, and he's able to just continue to make plays. This year, Tom, leading the NFL in quarterback rating when under pressure, and so far when the Browns had pressure, he's 2 for 2 today.
I think the 71% completion rate really changes the way he is as a football player.
Yeah.
Second down at 6. Ricard in motion. He'll line up as the fullback behind the line of scrimmage from the 39 of Cleveland. Jackson, quick step. Now hands the ball off. Running to his left is Mitchell, and Mitchell breaks free along the sidelines. Inside the 15, the 10, the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. 39 yards, cutting to his left. It's 13-0 Baltimore.
Keaton Mitchell didn't take a carry for the Ravens till last week. He had 9 for 138 and a 60-yard touchdown. That speed is another element, an undrafted kid out of East Carolina. And this is disastrous for the Cleveland Browns. 14-0 here, and we're 5 minutes into this game?
Yeah, and that was an explosive run along the sidelines. And now Tucker's on for the point after. They did take a look to make sure he did not go out of bounds on the far side of the football field. Stout is the holder for the Ravens. And Tucker kicking from left to right to make this a 14-0 game. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on its way, and it is good. 14-0. Ravens are on top. 5 plays, 79 yards. We'll take a timeout early in the first quarter. You're listening to the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
Calling all Browns fans, Cross Country Mortgage is giving you a chance to win big during the dedicated dog sweepstakes. Weekly prizes include official Browns gear, tickets for home and away games, and you could even win club seats. But that's not all. Enter now to win the grand prize, a $25,000 home makeover. Just visit clevelandbrowns.com/CCM. Enter today.
Equal housing opportunity. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC, NMLS 3029. Ready to kick off your next painting project? Ask Sherwin-Williams. From pregame prep to postgame cleanup, Sherwin-Williams has everything you need to tackle your next project and create a winning look. For expert advice and the very best paint, stop into your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store for all of your game day needs. Find your nearest store location at Sherwin-Williams.com. Sherwin-Williams, the official paint supplier of the Cleveland Browns.
New this season for hungry football fans at Pilot or Flying J, try the Pilot Big Dog, a half-pound, 100% all-beef hot dog wrapped in delicious dough. Available at the stadium or at your closest Pilot or Flying J. And while you're filling your stomach, fill your gas tank by texting the word Browns to 26494 and start saving on every gallon of gas at Pilot or Flying J. Messaging and data rates apply by texting you consent to Pilot Flying J auto marketing SMS. Consent not required for purchase. Limited time. Terms and conditions apply.
From the biggest of big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go! Run, James! No, first base! Go, run!
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
Levin's, Cleveland's #1 furniture and mattress store, celebrating over 100 years, providing quality service and comfort to wonderful homes like yours. And now, Levin's is the official furniture and mattress partner of the Cleveland Browns. Along with Nathan Zagora and Gerard Cherry, I'm Tom McCarthy. Well, we're early in this first quarter, 10:13 to play, and the Ravens are already up 14-0.
If there's one positive, which there really may not be, is that if you go back a couple of weeks ago to Seattle, the Browns were down 14-0 early in that game, and they fought back, and in fact were in a position to win that game late. Now, the Ravens are a much more difficult opponent than the Seahawks, but this team showed that it can fight back, and they're going to have to do that here today.
Well, Strong is back deep to receive this kickoff. He may get this one at the goal line. He does, and he's going to start on the far side to the 10, to the 15, outside the numbers to the 20, to the 25, and then across the numbers to the 33-yard line before he's wrapped up and taken down. All right, so that's a burst right there, as there's an injured Ravens player on the field.
Yeah, a much-needed burst. And the Browns, this is a critically important drive. You have got to find a way to get points on the scoreboard here and at least possess the football for a little bit. But Pierre Strong's a guy that I like a lot. He's got a lot of juice to him. We've seen that he leads the team in yards per carry, and you saw that he was close to maybe breaking that one there. But you talk about burst. That Keaton Mitchell, the young man for the Ravens, burst on the scene last week, and then right there he outran Delpit and MJ Emerson. Both thought they had the angles on him, and he just completely outran it for that touchdown.
Yeah, we mentioned that they were looking at the touchdown to see if he had gone out of bounds somewhere around the 9-yard line. All right, so they tend to the injured Ravens player. 10:08 to play here in the first quarter. It's the Ravens 14, the Browns nothing. You're listening to the University Hospitals Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
University Hospital's Seidman Cancer Center. If you have cancer, you have choices when selecting care. Choose some of the most advanced cancer treatments, preventions, and diagnoses thanks to our long-standing focus on research and commitment to clinical trials. So if you ever need cancer treatment, University Hospital's Seidman Cancer Center is here for you. Learn more at uhhospitals.org/cancer.
iPhone 15 Pro on Verizon. This holiday, trade in any iPhone in any condition for the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium, Apple TV 4K, and 6 months of Apple One. All on us with unlimited Ultimate. Act now. Visit Verizon.com. 6 months of Apple One, then $10 per month. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line on unlimited Ultimate plan required. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR. Apple TV 4K and Apple One offers require eligible phone purchase with activation on unlimited Ultimate. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for details.
In Cleveland, we believe in working hard and football. That's why Cross Country Mortgage is the official mortgage partner of your Cleveland Browns. That's two teams dedicated to getting it done and bringing home wins for the land. From buy to refi, let Cross Country Mortgage help you score the best loan.
Go get one done. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Reach out today at ccm.com.
Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC. NMLS 3029.
Be a part of the Cleveland Browns Foundation 50-50 raffle. It's open online right now, and lucky fans throughout Ohio can win big and support youth organizations right here in our communities. Get your 50-50 raffle tickets on the Cleveland Browns mobile app or at browns5050.com. 50% of the jackpot goes to the winner, and the other half benefits the Stay in the Game Network, the Cleveland State University Foundation, and Shoes and Clothes for Kids. Get your 50-50 raffle tickets today on the Cleveland Browns mobile app or at browns5050.com.
$14-0 Ravens are on top. It's first down and 10 for the Browns. By the way, Trenton Simpson was the injured Ravens player, and he walked off the field under his own power, and he went back to the locker room where they're taking a look at him right now. And here we go for the Browns, down 14-zip. It'll be first down from the 33-yard line. Forward in the backfield is Watson's under center. A little shifting going on between the receivers. Njoku lines up on the right side of the offensive line. Two receivers left. They hand the ball off to Ford over the block of his right guard. He bursts across the 35, and he's spun up to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on first down. It'll be second down and 3.
And so far, Jerome Ford has been the offense for the Browns. Gets up 4 carries now, 25 yards. Did a good job going behind Wyatt Teller, and they pulled Joel Bitonio around to create some space there. We've run it now. That's 4 first down plays, 4 first down runs. Something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that's a positive one there. It's second down and 3. After the Queen tackle, Ford in the backfield, Watson out of the gun, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Here comes the blitz. They hand it off to Ford. Ford over the block of his right tackle, powers his way up to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5, a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 after Roquan Smith makes the tackle.
Yeah, Ford getting north-south fast. You love to see that. And a great job by Jaron Christian right there, peeling off of his block, seeing the blitzing Kyle Hamilton, who had a chance to run down the line and make that play.
Kareem Hunt in for the first time. He's all by himself in the backfield. Under center is Watson. A receiver to the left, it's Amari Cooper. Shifting behind the line of scrimmage. 1 receiver to the right. Watson barking out the signals, 4-man front. Drops back to pass, sets up in the pocket. Looks left, throws left, looking long for Cooper, and he overthrew him. He had one-on-one coverage on the outside with Brandon Stevens. It'll be 2nd down.
Cooper had gotten a little bit of a step there. There was a lot of hand fighting, and Watson just overshot it. But we talked about, right, running all the first downs, and right there, you finally passed it and took a little bit of a shot. Those are the plays the Browns are going to need to get back into this game against the Ravens. But I like what Stefanski drew up there. Just got to be a little bit better on the execution. Watson now 0 for 4 to start this game.
2nd down and 10, 8:56 to play first quarter. 14-0 Ravens. Hunt in motion out of the backfield, lines up on the near sideline. 1 receiver to the right, and now 2 to the left. Bryant, one of the extra tight ends, to the left as well. Watson is in trouble. He bounces out, rolls to his left, sets up and lofts it to the near sideline, throwing it away. Incomplete. Queen was on the pursuit from the outside. Matabike was there too. It'll be 3rd down.
4 guys just all bull rushed right there for the Ravens, and they completely collapsed that pocket. Watson did a good job to keep his feet, get out of bounds, and throw the ball away. But here we are again. Last drive it was 3rd and 12, now 3rd and 10. This is not where you want to be against this Baltimore Ravens defense that leads the NFL in sacks.
Yeah, Browns 32% on the year, which is 31st in the National Football League. Ford checks back in. He's in the slot to the right. 2 receivers left. Cooper is off to the right as a receiver. Watson taps his foot, takes the snap, drops back to pass on 3rd down and 10, sets up in the pocket, hit in the backfield, throws to his left side, passes complete to the left side. It's Moore, and he breaks a tackle as he curls along the sidelines, and he's down inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 17 and a first down.
Great job by Joel Bitonio and Jaron Christian right there to pick up that twist, the TE stunt that the Ravens ran. Elijah Moore gets open, and that's a big-time throw when you needed it from your quarterback there. His first completion, the Browns in Ravens territory for the first time today.
Yeah, Nathan, they move the ball to the 36-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Hunt back in the ball game. He's in the backfield next to Watson. Just to his left, 1 receiver left, 2 receivers stacked to the right. And now Bryant, the tight end, in motion. They fake the pitch to the left. Watson rolls to his right. He got a beautiful block. Sets up in the pocket, rolls to his right, throws toward the end zone, and it's caught out of bounds by the receiver for the Browns, Prochet. It'll be incomplete. Boy, what a hit in the backfield to free Deshaun Watson.
Cedric Tillman took Kyle Van Noy down, and Van Noy just headbutted Tillman. He's going to give the Browns 15 yards.
Wow.
What a block by the rookie Cedric Tillman. My goodness, and now the Browns are going to get 15 more on top of it.
You know, when you saw the block, he stood over him, and I thought maybe they'd get taunting on him.
They did not throw that flag.
Yeah.
It would be, I think you're getting 15 more right here. Now, Deshaun Watson took a hit at the end of that
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 50. A 15-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
Well, that's a big one right there.
That's a 10-year veteran, Kyle Van Noy, and he expected after that block something to come from the officials, especially, you're right, Cedric Tillman did stand over him and said, I have asserted my dominance over you on this particular play. But now the Browns are rallying. Deshaun Watson trying to get these guys up. He took a hit at the end of that play and kind of shook out his shoulder a little bit, but he seems to be fine.
Yeah, John Harbaugh is not happy on the sidelines for the Ravens, but that's okay. They move the football to the 21-yard line.
It's more than okay.
It'll be first down from the 21 of Baltimore. 14-0 Ravens on top. Cooper is stretched out to the right side with Elijah Moore. In the backfield is Hunt. Njoku in motion to the left side of the offensive line. Watson out of the gun, taps his foot a couple of times, hands the ball off to Hunt, runs up the middle, and Hunt powers his way inside the 25. And Clowney makes the tackle. The Browns have entered the Mid's Red Zone. Mid's True Sicilian Pasta Sauce. Best ingredients, best quality, best taste. Hurry-up offense on second down after a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 from the 19. Out of the gun is Watson. Drops back to pass. Looks left. Has time in the pocket. Dancing. Moves to his right. Rolls to his right. Throws on the run. And Njoku had it, and he dropped it on the sidelines right at the first down marker, and he is shaking his head right now.
He tried to run with it before he caught it. He had turned his eyes and looked upfield. Watson did a great job buying time. That was going to be a first down and probably get to about the 5-yard line for the Browns. Chiefs had great hands this year, but that's a big drop, and you're going against the number 1 red zone defense in the NFL. You can't have those kind of mistakes.
Yeah, Deshaun actually could have run that ball too, but he saw he was wide open. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Hunt back in the game in the backfield. Cooper stretched out to the right side. He's there with Elijah Moore in the slot. Njoku on the left side of the offensive line. Watson steps up a few times, barks out the signals. 1 on the play clock, takes the snap, drops back to pass, looks left, throws left toward the end zone. Throwing toward Tillman, it's incomplete. He overthrew him, and Tillman wanted Yassine to have a penalty called against him.
Yeah, they were locked up the whole way down there, and you could have seen a flag be thrown. It was not. I think the ball was probably a little bit out of bounds where he could not get, and the Browns have to settle for 3. But important to at least put some points on the board and calm things down. But you're going to need 7s, not 3s, against this Ravens team.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal attempt, 36 yards from the near hash mark. But Jorquez is the holder. Charlie Hewitt has played every game since 2015. He is the long snapper, kicking from right to left, ready to go. 14-0 Ravens. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on its way, end over end, and it is good. And the Browns are on the board, and that field goal is presented by Clutch Transportation Services, proud partner of the Cleveland Browns. 7:27 to play here in the first quarter. It's the Ravens 14, the Browns 3. You're listening to the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
In Cleveland, we believe in working hard and football. That's why Cross Country Mortgage is the official mortgage partner of your Cleveland Browns. That's 2 teams dedicated to getting it done and bringing home wins for the land. From buy to refi, let Cross Country Mortgage help you score the best loan.
Go get one done. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Reach out today at ccm.com.
Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC. NMLS 3029.
Who says barbecue season is only in the summer? With all the variety Eckrich has to offer, you can enjoy your favorites all year round. With the best hot dogs and sausages, all under 200 calories, what's not to love? Turn your grill into the next 5-star restaurant with all of Eckhrich's smoked sausages being naturally hardwood smoked with real flavor and real smoke. With having 115 years of experience, they're sure once you try Eckrich, you won't go back. With all of their products being happily sold at your local discount drug mart, it won't be hard to start your 5-star cooking today. Quality you can taste in one bite.
Want to win 2 VIP front row tickets to the next Browns home game? Then Bally on, Browns fans. Just download the all-new Bally Bet Sportsbook app and register by the end of Monday night's game, and you'll be automatically entered for your chance to win 2 VIP front row tickets to the next Browns home game. It's that simple. Bally Bet, an official sports betting partner of the Cleveland Browns. Must be 21 plus, Ohio residents only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Calling all Browns fans and dog lovers. Join the Barking Backers Club, the fan club for dogs presented by Milkbone in association with Embrace Pet Insurance and Pet Supplies Plus. You'll get access to premium live events, and your furry friend will receive a membership kit that they'll love. The Barking Backers is the ultimate fan club for dogs and the perfect way to show your love for your four-legged friend and for your Cleveland Browns. Sign up today at barkingbackers.com or on the Browns mobile app. But don't wait, spots are limited.
$7:27 to play here in the first quarter. The Browns, thanks to a field goal on the board, trailing 14-3 as they'll kick it off to the Ravens, who will receive it to our left. Duvernay is back deep to receive for Baltimore. The end zones here have Baltimore to the left and Ravens to the right. Natural grass fields as the Browns will kick from right to left. The Browns, of course, wearing the road white jerseys with the orange pants and the orange helmets. The Ravens with the home purple jerseys with the white pants and black helmets. Bright sunshiny afternoon. The shadows are creeping up to the yard markers on the near side as Hopkins will kick it off from right to left. Duvernay will let this one go out of the back of the end zone. And again, 14-3, Ravens are on top. The Browns scoring drive is presented by Bally Bet. Want to win 2 VIP front row tickets to the next Browns home game? Download the all-new Bally Bet Sportsbook app and register for your chance to win. Must be 21 plus. Ohio residents only. Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER. 10 plays, 49 yards, 2 minutes and 46 seconds. It was a 36-yard field goal, and of course the big play was the 19-yard reception to Elijah Moore. All right, so now the Ravens go back on offense, and it's 14-3 as Jackson settles under center. Ricard is in motion. The fullback lines up on the left side of the offensive line. It's a 4-man front for the Browns. Now they show blitz, pull it back. They hand the ball off to Edwards. Starts to his left, cuts to his right, and he's up across the 30 to the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Let's check in with Gerard Cherry.
Guys, for the Browns to get back in this football game, they're going to have to take care of the fundamentals. On defense, you have to have containment, especially when the running back's in the game that runs a 4-3. And for the offense, you can't throw in the rush lanes if you're Deshaun Watson and for Njoku. Catch the football, look it in first before you try to run.
Absolutely, Gerard. Gerard's report presented by Cross Country Mortgage, the official mortgage partner of the Cleveland Browns. 2nd down and 4. The ball spot on the 31-yard line of Baltimore. Man in motion to the near side. Jackson under center, takes the snap, hands the ball off. They had a little miscommunication. Edwards bounces inside the 25-yard line and is wrapped up and taken down. J.O.K. comes in to make the tackle for loss, and that's a big part of his game this year.
Yeah, that's his 11th tackle for a loss on the season, his 15th stop at or behind the line of scrimmage. The former leads the Browns, the latter leads the National Football League, and that was a big play for this Browns defense. Now you get them in 3rd and long. This is where we can get creative with Myles Garrett and Zadarius Smith and Obo Okoronkwo to get after Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, loss of 6, so it's 3rd down and 10. The ball spotted back at the original line of scrimmage at the 25-yard line. Ravens moving from left to right. Jackson out of the gun. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Here comes Myles Garrett. Zips it on the side to Edwards, and he's wrapped up immediately and taken down inside the 25. There is a flag that came in late, and I think it's pass interference against the Browns.
I think they might get Denzel Ward illegal contact covering Odell Beckham Jr. down the field, and it's a shame because
illegal contact. Defense number 21. A 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
Odell wasn't even a factor on the play, and Denzel Ward was in perfect position, great coverage. That's a little bit of a tough call because you've had guys pushing and grabbing and holding down the field the whole time. There was really nothing that looked out of the ordinary in the replay that we just watched there. Had no impact on the play whatsoever. That's a tough one. It's a free first down.
Yeah, it moves the ball to the 30-yard line, but more importantly, it's 1st down and 10. 2 receivers to the left. Edwards in the backfield. Jackson under center. Off the play fake. Jackson sets up in the pocket, steps up and throws. Pass complete to Zay Flowers at the 40-yard line. Along the numbers, spinning around and finally taken down up at the 44. It's a gain of 14 yards. That youngster's having himself a good start to his career.
Yeah, he leads their team in receptions coming into the game, and Lamar Jackson just did a good job stepping up away from the blitz of Anthony Walker Jr. and Sione Takitaki and finding Zay Flowers. Put the ball right where it needed to be. Flowers did a great job working back to the quarterback, and Lamar Jackson 4 for 4 for 44 yards. He looks very much like the MVP he was advertised as coming into this game.
Yeah, 1st down to the 44-yard line. Mitchell's back in the backfield. He's about 7 yards behind Jackson. Flowers in motion to the far side on 1st down off the play fake. Jackson rolls to his left, sets up the screen to Mitchell. Zips it over to the left side. Mitchell's got a blocker. He's inside Browns territory, out along the numbers to the 30, to the 25, and then spun out of bounds at the 23-yard line by Martin Emerson. It's a gain of 32 yards, and this is not good. Anthony Walker is back at the 42, down on his backside.
So you're worried about the speed. They give everything to look like it's a bootleg to the right. Everything flows that way. You throw the screen back, and I'll tell you what, this Keaton Mitchell is electric. This is a guy who in college, 7 straight 100-yard games, he never fumbled on 462 carries. Guy averaged about 7 yards a carry at Eastern Carolina, and he's doing better than that in the pros. He's got, 10 carries for 187 yards. So he's averaging 18.7 with 2 touchdowns in the league, and that's another chunk. And we talked about in the pregame, this team, you have to make them work down the field. You cannot give up these explosives. And so far on each of the first 2 possessions for the Ravens, they've gotten an explosive from Keaton Mitchell.
Yeah, Walker is up on his feet, and he's walking over to the far sideline. That's important to note. You're right. So that's back-to-back 35-yard games for Mitchell. And it's first down for the 24-yard line, moving from left to right. Ravens are on top 14-3, 4:40 and counting to play here in the first quarter. And Mitchell stays in the ball game. Jackson will work from the gun. He stands at the 29-yard line. Some shifting going on for the Ravens. They have 3 receivers in a bunch formation to the left. Odell Beckham to the right. And now Flowers in motion joins Beckham. Jackson will zip it, and the ball is deflected in the air, and J.O.K. knocks it away. He is so athletic and active.
Yeah, and in many ways he was drafted for this game to be able to deal with the speed of Lamar Jackson, and they went play action, tried to zip it out. They had Odell Beckham Jr. wide open right there. Good thing J.O.K. got his hand on it, but why can't that ball just pop up and get right to J.O.K. so he can walk it in for a touchdown?
And he would have walked it in for the touchdown. It'll be second down and 10. The ball at the 24-yard line. Again, 14-3, Ravens on top here in the first quarter. Jackson slowly strolls into his spot out of the gun. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Mitchell in the backfield. Jackson takes the snap, throws to his left, passes complete to his left to Likely, the backup tight end, and he makes one man miss and then is spun down on the far side. Jordan Elliott will eventually make the tackle after a gain of 6 yards.
Lamar Jackson just flicks it. He's going backwards and just flicks it out there. Perfect accuracy. And I was watching him in warm-ups, and that's how he was throwing even on air, was just kind of flicking it out there, and it was uncanny how accurate he was there. Completed that one to Likely, but great job by Sione Takitaki stopping all of that forward momentum and forcing a third down.
And by the way, Denzel Ward is in the medical tent for the Browns, so we'll keep an eye on that, get you updated as that goes on. It'll be third down and 5. The ball at the 19-yard line of Cleveland. Jackson out of the gun, drops back to pass, has time in the pocket, lofts it toward Mitchell, toward the goal line. He turns, and it dropped. Incomplete. Taki was there to defend it.
Sione Takitaki had good coverage, but he was not able to get his head around on the ball, and it actually kind of went right over his helmet. A beautiful rainbow from Lamar Jackson. The Browns got lucky. Mitchell couldn't hold on, and so 2 drop passes in the red zone mean field goals. 1 for the Browns, now 1 for the Ravens.
Yeah, Justin Tucker, who's converted 90% of the field goals he's attempted during his career, will have a chip shot for him. It's 37 yards. In fact, he's 15 for 15 this year within 50 yards. Jordan Stout is the holder, kicking from left to right from the far hash mark. 3:33 to play here in the first quarter. Snap is good, kick is on its way, and it is good, and it's now 17-3. Ravens are on top with 3:29 to play here in the first quarter. So they do hold them to a field goal, but you just give back the 3 points that you just got.
It's the chunk plays, and if you think about it, 1 Keaton Mitchell run, 1 Keaton Mitchell reception. He's got more yards than the Cardinals had all of last week. The Ravens right now at 125 total yards after the Browns gave up 58 last week, and that's just in the first quarter. So they have got to do a better job of getting off the field, and I'll be honest with you. I thought they did get off the field.
Yeah.
On that third down, you get the flag on Denzel Ward, and the Ravens, a good team, they capitalized, turned that into 3 points. But that was a tough call. But this defense, we haven't put them under duress, and the only negative play we've gotten was when they had a miscommunication on their side.
Well, Cleveland will get it back. As Strong is back deep to receive to our right. Are your wiper blades chattering, skipping, or squeaking? Purchase new wiper blades from O'Reilly Auto Parts, and they'll install them for free. See better and drive safer with O'Reilly Auto Parts. Stop by or learn more at O'ReillyAuto.com. Denzel Ward, by the way, is going to the locker room. We can see him trotting right now, which is a good sign. He's at least trotting, so they'll assess his injury, and we'll try to get you an update before halftime.
Yeah, with him out, Mike Ford came in. Mike Ford has not played a lot of cornerback in his career, mostly a special teams guy. A.J. Green is up, and you wonder if he will end up seeing the field as well.
A.J. Green, for Browns fans, you may know this by now, but he's wearing number 38 for today's ball game. Justin Tucker will have to re-tee the football. It just rolled off the tee. Again, very slight breeze here this afternoon. Blue skies, sun shining. The shadows are creeping from the near side over to the numbers right now. Tucker will kick from left to right. 17-3, Ravens are on top, and here we go. And Strong will let this one go over his head and out of the back of the end zone. And now Deshaun Watson will go back to work, down 17-3. There's really no deviation right now from for game plan. Wouldn't you agree?
No, it's still early enough. Here you are still. It feels like this game's been going on for a long time. We still have 3.5 to go in the first quarter. We've had 20 points scored. Yeah, no, the game plan doesn't change here. It's one drive at a time, and the Browns are going to have to get the ball into the end zone. If you get down in that red zone, and it's the number one red zone defense, you've got to find a way to get 7s instead of 3s.
Kareem Hunt, the pistol formation behind Deshaun Watson. 2 tight end set, one to the right, one to the left. Watson gets himself set, takes the snap, hands it off to Hunt, running to his right, getting to the edge, stood up after a gain of 2. Roquan Smith came over from his middle linebacker position to make that tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
You're seeing a lot more condensed formations from the Browns, and I think part of that is they're trying to use, those tight ends as chippers. Now, that was a run-pass option right there, and I think Deshaun maybe should have kept that one and thrown it out into the flat to one of his tight ends because both Akins and Njoku were open.
So 2nd down and 8, the ball at the 27-yard line of Cleveland. Hunt remains in the ball game. Njoku is off to the left. Hunt to the right of Watson. Taps his foot one time, gets himself set, takes the snap, off the play fake, sets up, looks right. He's in trouble. Now he'll keep it himself, runs right up the middle, and dives forward, fumbled the football, but he was already down at the 33-yard line. The officials were right on it.
The ruling on the field, the runner was down by contact. 3rd down.
All right, 3rd down and manageable, by the way, which is a good thing. It'll be 3rd down and a little bit more than a yard.
And he went down on his own. The question becomes, and we got that ruling with David Njoku, that when he's on the ground, if you hit the ball out, which is what happened at the end of that play, that maybe he's out. If I'm the Browns, I want this play run very quickly.
Yeah, John Harbaugh's walking up and down the sidelines. He does not have the challenge flag out. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Off the play fake, Watson looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket. He's in trouble, and he's wrapped up and taken down. Jadeveon Clowney with the sack, and he sacks him down to the 30-yard line. 4.5 sacks for Clowney so far this year for the Ravens.
Yeah, he was looking over the middle, and Cedric Tillman got knocked down off that route, had nowhere to go with the ball. Clowney, 4.5 sacks now on the season. He'd come into it. He was 6th in the league in pressures, gets a sack there, and again, Browns have to punt it back, quick 3 and out.
Duvernay is back deep to receive for the Ravens, as Bojorquez will punt for the 2nd time. He stands back at his 16-yard line. Long snap count. 1:24 to play here in the first quarter. Whistle blows, and a timeout is called. I think there's a delay game that's going to go against the Browns.
And that's
delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
I can't imagine Bubba Ventrone's happy about that. There's no reason. It's not like you're trying to give him more room to hit it. And you got a very dangerous return man. Devin Duvernay right now leading the league 14.2 yards per punt return. He's got a long of 70. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler. Now you just gave him more space with which to operate.
Yeah, he walks up to the 24-yard line, stretches his arms up. Bojorquez's punt, it hangs up there pretty well. Duvernay is coming up and fielding at the 32-yard line, makes one man miss, and then between the hash marks gets up to the 40-yard line. It's a 43-yard punt. It's an 8-yard return. Let's check in with Gerard.
And for the Cleveland Browns, it's really essential that you increase your level of intensity. It's not enough to match what the Ravens are doing right now. You're going to have to surpass it if you want to get back in this football game. And right now, guys, I am not seeing a lot of intensity from this football team.
Yeah, I was wondering, Gerard, if you can sense anything down on the sidelines where you are, because obviously it's a burst. It's a slap in the face.
Yeah, it's a gut punch, and this team's going to have to show a lot of resilience, and it's going to start with this defense. The number one defense in the NFL is going to need to make a big play, a turnover-causing play, or get a 3-and-out here with the Ravens already at their own 40.
Keaton Mitchell is in the backfield next to Jackson on first down from the 40-yard line after that good return by Duvernay off the penalty. Jackson looking to throw. He'll keep it himself. Now he tucks and gets outside the numbers to the 40 on the left side, and he stiff arms his way out of bounds. Delpit was there to make the tackle. It's a gain of about 3 yards.
Yeah, so Grant Delpit right there saw Lamar Jackson kind of spying him, comes up, limits his ability to escape, but does eat a pretty significant stiff arm right there from Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, 2nd down and 7. They spot the football at the 43-yard line. 40 seconds and counting to play here in the first quarter. Edwards checks back in for the Ravens. And they'll break the huddle and quickly get up to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of time left on the game clock to run a play. They hand it off to Edwards, and Edwards is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Owusu Koromoa was there to make the tackle. It's a loss of about 1 on the play. Boy, he is just knifing his way in.
Yeah, and that's kind of when you talk about bringing in Dalvin Tomlinson and Shelby Harrison and Maurice Hurst and getting these guys big in the middle. That frees up your linebackers to make play, and JOK has been doing it all season long at and behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that is the end of the first quarter with the Ravens on top 17-3. We'll take a timeout and be back with the second quarter. You're listening to the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
Sirius XM has the NFL covered from every angle. Hear all pro analysis on Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88.
This team is not built to succeed.
Join the passionate debate on Mad Dog Sports Radio Channel 82.
You gotta be kidding me!
And get expert fantasy football advice on Fantasy Sports Radio Channel 87.
Joe in Florida. Let's fix your fantasy lineup.
It's an all-out blitz of football talk on Sirius XM and the Sirius XM app.
Kelly Clarkson here, everybody. Get ready for the Kelly Clarkson Connection.
Connecting the music she loves.
Everything from Rosemary Clooney to Aerosmith.
The music she's inspired by.
The Queen, y'all. Aretha Franklin. Possibly my biggest influence vocally.
And her own award-winning catalog.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's what you're going to get here. So you're welcome in advance. My SiriusXM channel.
The Kelly Clarkson Connection. Channel 12. And on the SiriusXM app. Free with all trials and popular plans.
Congratulations to the Texas Rangers.
The Rangers have won the World Series.
The only thing harder than winning that title is defending it. Tune to MLB Network Radio for up-to-the-minute coverage of baseball's hot stove season as teams take their first steps toward the 2024 World Series.
The hot stove is burning.
Every trade, every signing, live on-site coverage from baseball's winter meetings in Nashville. Hear it all on MLB Network Radio, SiriusXM 89, and the SiriusXM app.
Don't miss a new episode this week of Forward Progress, a conversation on race and sports in America with Jason Jackson and Kirk Morrison.
The one thing I can take from LeBron James is that at some point we have to just say this is just a generationally different player. He's just LeBron. At the end of the day, I think he will be one of the greatest iconic athletes, entertainers of all time.
Check out Forward Progress. New episodes each Wednesday on the SXM app, included with all of our trials and popular plans. Just search Forward Progress.
Cleveland fans, hear what Coach Stefanski and the players have to say after each game on the Browns channel. 807 on the SXM app.
Back here in Baltimore, along with Nathan Zagora and Gerard Cherry, I'm Tom McCarthy. It's beginning of the second quarter. It's 17-3. Ravens are on top with the football. But, Nathan, this is a huge third down right now for the Cleveland Browns defense because it's a third down and about 8 yards for the Ravens.
Man, an opportunity to get your first 3 and out of the game, get the ball back to your offense here, and make a statement as a defense, right? We have not stopped them. They've had 2 possessions. They have had put 10 points on the board on those 2 offensive possessions. This is your first chance to really stymie them and get the ball back.
And speaking of first chances, Justice Hill was in for the first time for the Ravens. 2 receivers stacked to the left side, Flowers and Andrews. 2 receivers off to the right. Andrews in motion. Out of the gun is Jackson looking to his left. Pockets collapsing. Steps up a little bit. He's hit as he throws. It's a wobbler and it's incomplete. It could have been intercepted. You had a whole host of guys. Garrett was there. JOK was there. And that pressure is what the Browns needed. It's 4th down.
Yeah, they tried to chip Myles Garrett. He still got around the outside. And when Lamar Jackson stepped up, Oba Okoronkwo was right there. And I think the Ravens are probably pretty lucky that that ball did get tipped or kind of came out weird because it looked like it was going to be going to Juan Thornhill and get a turnover. But you got the stop that you needed.
Crochet is back deep to receive for the Browns. He's inside the 10-yard line. As Stout will punt this ball away on 4th down. And Stout gets this one off, and it's a low one, but he boots it over the head of Crochet, and it goes right into the end zone. That's not what he wanted to do. That's a break for the Browns.
That was a miss hit. That was like you call it a little skull. Yeah. He just hits that one thin. He thinned that one out there, and the Browns will take over at their 20. But a big and I think an important stop for this defense to at least kind of slow the momentum. And now can we play complementary football, take advantage of that stop, and get a score here on offense?
Yeah, punt of 58 yards. Watson is looking over at the sidelines at Kevin Stefanski and just trying to get an idea as he walks back in of what he wants to do. Watson's 1 for 9 so far, passing the football. if he's going to run the ball, he still has to be efficient throwing the football.
Yeah, we have the one drop, obviously, on David Njoku, but for the most part, the passing game has not been crisp, and when you have as many completions to your team as the other, typically doesn't bode well on the scoreboard, and here we are 17-3.
3 receivers to the near side, 1 receiver to the top on first down from the 20-yard line. In motion is Tillman. Watson hands the ball up to Ford. Ford bursts up the middle, follows the block of his center, and gets close to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5. It'll be second down.
At every game, it feels like Kevin Stefanski, for one portion of the game, will go ahead and really just say, we're going to try to impose our will a little bit there. And he got a nice block from Cedric Tillman. And when we trade Donovan Peoples-Jones, that was kind of the concern because he's been so good in the run game. So far, Tillman has been a very good blocker today.
Yeah, rookie out of Tennessee. It'll be second down at 5 from the 25-yard line. Bryant, the tight end, in motion to the near side. Watson under center. Bryant goes in motion again to the far side. They hand the ball off to Ford, and Ford runs to his right, and Humphrey wraps him up, but he's got a first down. He's up to the 32-yard line. He got a nice edge block to get open.
Yeah, had a nice crease off the right side there as James Hudson kicked out right there on Kyle Van Noy. He ran right through that alley that Teller and Hudson created for a first down. That's what I'm talking about, kind of established run. And here comes Nick Harris again. Move the line of scrimmage.
53 is recorded as eligible. Number 53 is eligible.
All right, so he'll line up to the right. He's lined up as a tight end, basically. Ford in the backfield. Njoku is on the left side of the offensive line. Now he's in motion behind the line of scrimmage on first down. Watson fakes the handoff, sets up in the pocket, has time, throws it to the middle of the field. Pass is complete. Amari Cooper has his first reception right at midfield. On the Ravens logo, it's a gain of 17 yards.
So you talk about running it first down over and over. Well, then you get a play action. This is a max protect, a 2-man route. David Njoku on a clear out down the middle. Amari Cooper on the dig underneath it. And Watson throws a strike to midfield, and the Browns are moving.
Yeah, 17-3, Ravens on top. But the Browns with the football just a yard or two away from getting into Baltimore territory. 12:50 to play in the opening half. I formation. Harris comes out of the fullback position, lines up as a tight end to the right. Now he's back in motion into the fullback position. I formation for the Browns on first down. They hand the ball off to Ford. Ford over the block of his right guard. Not much is there. He might have gotten a yard before he was stood up. It'll be second down and 9.
It feels like the new opportunities we've had to get the ball down the field have come on those first down play actions. And I know you want to go back to that run, but I think this Ravens team right now feels like they're keying on that first down run. And you still have had success running the football, but I think I think it's going to be hard for us to go on a 12-play drive against this defense. We're going to need some of those chunk plays.
Maybe a screen pass here, too.
I'd love a screen.
It'll be second down and 9. Ball at midfield. In motion out of the backfield is Ford. He'll line up on the right side near the Ravens sideline. Watson out of the gun. Drops back to pass. Sets up in the pocket. Steps up. Not much is there. Pumps once now. Lowers his shoulder and gets inside Baltimore territory to the 46-yard line. Patrick Queen and Kyle Van Noy make the tackle after a short gain.
See, this is the one where he knows he's got zone. He had David Njoku open right over the middle of the field for 5 easy yards if the ball comes out quick. And I think that's right there one of the ones where Deshaun Watson, take the layup. Let the layup be a layup and put yourself in third and short.
Yeah, so now it's third down and long, 3rd and 6. 1 for 4 on third down so far in the first half for the Browns. 3 receivers off to the left. Ford in motion out of the backfield. And now in motion back in the backfield. Watson signals a few times with both hands out. Taps his foot one time. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Pressure's coming. Avoids Clowney. Now rolling to his right. Running to his right. Trying to get to the marker. And he does. Out of bounds on the Ravens side of the field. Roquan Smith chased him down. But it'll be a first down for Watson.
And there I like the decisiveness. Clowney had gotten around James Hudson. He had to step up. Good job by Jerome Ford shielding a little bit, and he's able to win the foot race. Critical conversion. And it's going to be a combination of arm and legs for Deshaun Watson because it looks like there aren't going to be many plays where he has a lot of time back there with this Ravens pass rush.
Ravens had a little miscommunication defensively. They were trying to get Oweh into the game, and then they decided they couldn't do it. They couldn't sub. It'll be first down for the 41-yard line. Bryant, the tight end, in motion to the near side. They wave back Tillman. Under center is Watson. Drops back to pass. Looks left. Throws to the right. Lofts it to the right. And he overthrew Tillman. It went to the wrong shoulder. Covered up by Humphrey. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the University Hospitals Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
Listen to groundbreaking interviews and thrilling play-by-play all season long. Touchdown! On Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
Along with Nathan Zagora and Gerard Cherry, I'm Tom McCarthy. It'll be second down and 10 from the 41-yard line. Ravens up 17-3. Browns with the football, 10:29 to play here in the first half. Ravens have a four-man front. Clowney's on the left side showing blitz. Now he gets down into a stance. Out of the gun is Watson, two receivers left. The inside handoff to Ford. Ford runs up the middle, spins away, gets to the near side to the 35-30, inside the 25-20, and he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Kyle Hamilton makes the tackle, but a huge gain of 28 yards for Ford.
Yeah, he kind of ran into the pile and then spun out of it. And we talked about the stiff arm earlier. Right there, Jerome Ford gave Geno Stone a stone of a stiff arm for a big gain.
Well, the Browns have entered the Mid's red zone. Mid's true Sicilian pasta sauce. Best ingredients, best quality, best taste. They move the football to the 14-yard line. Kareem Hunt checks back in. Bunch formation to the left. One receiver, Cooper to the right. Out of the shotgun in the sunlight is Deshaun Watson. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Dancing in the pocket, rolls the pocket to his right. Gets some freedom, passes incomplete, nearly intercepted by Queen. There is a flag down, however, and that's going to be holding against the Browns.
Yeah, it looks like James Hudson, perhaps, as they got that pressure on the outside. That was almost disastrous because he was thrown to Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt turned to block.
Offense number 66. 10-yard penalty. Play. First down.
Yeah, you can see Hudson's body language that he knew it was against him.
He did. He was working right there against Adafe Owe, who has a sack in each of the last two home games for the Ravens, and he was able to kind of get around that side. Look, the Browns got very lucky because Kareem Hunt at the last second turned to block thinking Watson was running. Watson had thrown the ball, and that really went right to Patrick Queen. It was really a good throw to Hunt, but Hunt didn't even see it.
Yeah, Queen came out of that pile thinking, oh, man, I had this one. So it'll be first down and 20. Ball's on the 23-yard line of Baltimore. On the near hash mark, Bryant comes in motion, lines up right side of the offensive line. Off the play fake. Watson dumps it off to the left. Passes complete out to the left to Moore. Moore breaks the tackle, gets to the edge, and he's out of bounds. Shoved out of bounds. Roquan Smith and Kyle Hamilton in on the coverage. So a short gain, and it'll be second down and 18.
They had a chance on that play, but the ball was kind of a little slow getting to Elijah Moore. He had to go down to get it. If they had gotten him quick and he could have hit that seam, you had Jaron Christian and you had Joel Bitonio out in front and a chance for a big play there. I like the idea, though,
I do too,
on 1st and 20 to run that tunnel screen.
10th play coming up in this drive. 9:12 to play here in the first half. 17-3 Ravens. Two receivers to the left, one receiver to the right. Watson taps his foot. Hunt's in the backfield. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Looking for Hunt in the middle. Nothing's there. Steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to run it. He dives forward inside the 20-yard line, and they'll mark him at the 19. Roquan Smith will be credited with the tackle. He was helped out by Travis Jones. It'll be third down and long.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 16. They need to get all the way down to about the 3 or 4 yard line for a first down here. And you want to protect your points, but at some point for Watson, the tough part is he doesn't have time to sit back in the pocket and for guys to get open. He's constantly having to move from the pressure of the Ravens, which is what we expected with the changes on the line.
Amari Cooper and Njoku are off to the near side of the field. Ford is stretched out with trips to the far side. Empty backfield on 3rd down and long. Watson dumps it off to Njoku. He tried to avoid one man, and he dives to the 15-yard line. A flag comes down on the far side of the field. The Browns are far shy of the first down, but let's see who the penalty's against. It may be a false start.
Yeah, it's on the Browns, and right there, Deshaun Watson thought David Njoku's coming back into him more on those tunnel screens because that's the second one that's been low there.
Illegal formation. Offense, number 75 was uncovered at the end of the line. Now penalties decline, 4th down.
All right, so it'll be 4th down. Are you surprised that they didn't push them back a little bit more here and make it 3rd down and even longer?
With what we've been able to do on offense, I am actually a little surprised, but I think they know this guarantees that all we're doing is trying to kick a field goal. Hopkins has been excellent this year. This will be, his 22nd make on the season, which is the most in the NFL.
Yeah, 33-yard field goal attempt to try to make this a 17-6 game from the near hash mark, kicking from left to right. Shadows have crept in a little bit. They're inside the near hash mark. 7:55 and counting to play here in the first half, and a flag comes in. It's going to be offsides.
Delay game.
Oh, okay.
Defense, number 14. Abrupt movements causing reaction by the offense. 5-yard penalty, still fourth down.
Yeah, so one official said offsides, and the other one came in and termed it a delay game. In some ways, it is the same thing that they were saying to each other.
Yes, and it's 5 yards for the Browns to make this a shorter kick. You're not close enough to say, okay, let's take a shot here for the first down, and we got to get some points. This has to be positive. By the way, speaking of positive, Denzel Ward back on the Browns bench. He came out of the locker room there.
All right, so this will be a 28-yard field goal attempt from the near hash mark. Hopkins, 10th-year pro out of Florida State, will work as the holder. Hopkins ready to go. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on its way from left to right, and the kick is good. And it's now 17-6 with 7:30 to play here in the first half. That field goal is presented by Clutch Transportation Services, proud partner of the Cleveland Browns. 17-6. Ravens are on top of Cleveland here in the first half. You're listening to the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
Browns fans, get more of the great content you crave right now on the SXM app. Just search Cleveland Browns on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra Browns content, including coach and player press conferences, special team-specific shows, interviews, and much more. It's all on the SXM app. Download it and search Cleveland Browns today.
Let's go, football fans.
This week on Let's Go with Tom Brady and Larry Fitzgerald and me, Jim Gray.
Football season's a long year. You know, you still look at it as a chapter in this book of a season. Just because you were great last week doesn't mean you're going to be great next week. And just because you're bad this week doesn't mean you're going to be bad next week. You have the opportunity to write a new chapter.
Listen to Let's Go every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio and anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
It's too soon to trim the tree, but too late to trick or treat. So settle into this in-between season with an extra shot of autumnal energy. The Pumpkin Spiced Music Mix. Over 2 hours of cozy acoustic sounds from Taylor Swift, Noah Kahan, Zach Bryan, and more. Available now in the SiriusXM app. Just search Pumpkin Spice and find acoustic singer-songwriters anytime in the SiriusXM Coffee House, Channel 17.
Throughout the 2023 season,
Throws to the end zone! Touchdown!
each NFL team channel on the SiriusXM app will feature the team's pre- and post-game shows before and after every game. Get instant reaction, live interviews, and press conference audio.
Really fun night for us just to watch those young guys compete.
Your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the SiriusXM app. All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with SiriusXM 360L radios. Tune to SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 all year long to hear expert opinions and analysis from former players, coaches, and executives.
Browns down 17-6 with 7:30 to play here in the first half. Hopkins will kick it off from left to right. Duvernay is back deep to receive for the Ravens. He's about 3 yards deep in the end zone. That might give you an indication that he's thinking about returning this one.
Well, yeah, he's got 2 kick return touchdowns in his career. He's the only Raven who's ever scored as a returner, as a runner, and as a receiver. So, yes, he likes to get the ball in his hands.
And now the Browns will hopefully put together a solid defensive effort. Here's Hopkins' kickoff. It's a short one. That's by design. Duvernay's going to come up and catch it at the 16, to the 20, to the 25 on the near sideline. I said that's by design because they didn't want him to catch it. But it was high enough that he was able to come and get it.
Yeah, they're trying to kick that to Patrick Ricard, the former defensive lineman turned Pro Bowl fullback. As I'm looking as the Browns take the field right now, I don't see Denzel Ward out there. I see M.J. Emerson, Mike Ford, and Greg Newsome, but Ward did return to the sideline, so something to keep an eye on.
And by the way, that scoring drive for the Browns is presented by Ballybet. Want to win 2 VIP front row tickets to the next Browns home game? Download the all-new Ballybet Sportsbook app and register for your chance to win. Must be 21 plus. Ohio residents only. Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER. 12 plays, 70 yards, a 28-yard field goal. 17-6, Lamar Jackson back on offense. Edwards in the backfield. Jackson from the shotgun. Sets up, throws to his left. Passes complete to Zay Flowers. And Flowers has it at the 41-yard line of Baltimore before he's wrapped up and taken down by Emerson. It's a gain of 16 yards, a first down.
Yeah, the Browns looked like they were in a quarters coverage, and you had MJ Emerson responsible for that deep quarter on his side of the field. Zay Flowers sold a vertical, broke it back, had a lot of cushion, was able to get a nice catch and a big gain there for the Ravens.
Under 7 minutes to play here in the first half. Each team with 3 timeouts left. 17-6. Baltimore is on top. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver in motion. It's Flowers to the left. Edwards in the backfield. Jackson looks to his left, throws to his left for Flowers again. He has it, tries to button hook, and he's got a first down. He was able to curl to the sidelines against Emerson again. So 2 positive yard gains. That one of 13 yards. And there was an injured offensive lineman that got up pretty quickly for the Ravens. Looks like it was Ronnie Stanley.
It's too much cushion. That's too easy on the outside. And then after the catch, MJ Emerson's got good straight line speed and length, but he doesn't have that lateral quickness to hop around with Zay Flowers, and so he's able to make a short pass into a 14-yard gain.
Under 6.5 to play in the first half. Baltimore on 2 big chunk plays in Cleveland territory. Bunch formation, tight to the line to the left, and now Flowers in motion for the Ravens to the far side. Jackson hands the ball off to Edwards. Edwards over the block of his right guard, and Taki hits him right away and takes him down at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Gus Edwards, though, that's a big man. And Taki, that was a pretty big meeting between 2 guys that can absolutely bring it. And Edwards is able to fall forward and get through. But 248-pound running back, and you're worried about the speed of Flowers, the speed of Lamar Jackson. That makes this offense so dangerous, the variety of things they can do with those running backs.
Justice Hill is one of the 3 running backs used today. He's in the backfield next to Jackson. He'll move from the right side to the left side. 2 receivers tight to the formation to the left. 1 Flowers tight to the right. On 2nd down and 6, the ball at the 40-yard line. Little pitch goes to Hill. Hill running to his left, steps inside along the numbers, and he's down to the 36-yard line, shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd down with under 5.5 to play in the first half.
Right now, the way Lamar Jackson's playing, when they run the ball, I'm actually happier. It feels like, I know Keaton Mitchell had that big one earlier, but that was a good job by Rodney McLeod to force him back inside.
Ravens 0 for 2 on 3rd down. Jackson from the gun. This play is blown dead. There was movement on the left side of the offensive line for the Ravens.
Full start. Offense, number 79. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That was Ronnie Stanley. We mentioned him before.
Yeah, that's the Myles Garrett effect right there. When Myles Garrett's opposite you, it's a pass play. You want to get back into your pass set quickly, and in that case, a little too quickly for Ronnie Stanley. So now, 3rd and 8. Are they in Justin Tucker range? Of course, Justin Tucker's crazy, but right now you're looking at, 58, 59-yarder? This is an important play, again, not only to get off the field, but not even give them an extra 5 yards.
2 receivers to the right, 2 stacked to the left. In the backfield is Justice Hill. Jackson from the gun. Brown showing blitz from the near side. Jackson drops back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Lofts it to the right for Zay Flowers. He overthrows him, and that could have been a quick 6. He had a step on Thornhill. Instead, it's incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, that's a tough cover for Juan Thornhill. He's coming up buzzing and thinking that Flowers is sitting down, but Flowers doesn't sit down. He runs right by him, and the Browns got lucky. Lamar Jackson about 2 yards too much on that throw, and they will punt the ball back.
Wow, so there must be something to this side of the field that they're deciding that they're going to punt, plus their defense, too, is so good.
And when the one that he made from 70 in warm-ups was going the opposite way, so yeah, you could be right about that.
Yeah, so Stout will punt the ball off here. Whistle blows. The play is blown dead. Flags came in.
12 players in the formation. Defense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
All right, so now they may kick the field goal, or they may try to kick the field goal.
Or they may go for it.
This is
inexcusable. Yeah. You can't have this happen. Bubba Ventrone unhappy on the sideline, and the Ravens are going to send their offense back out there. And these are the things when you want to be a championship quality team, you want to go after the AFC North title, you want to come to Baltimore and try to dig out of the hole that you are in. That's a turnover.
Yep.
That's a turnover. Now, your defense has a chance to stop them, but if the Ravens continue this drive, that's a turnover. You are getting the ball back.
Yeah, it'll be 4th down and 2. The ball at the 36-yard line. Then he got to get to the 34-yard line. Keaton Mitchell is in the ball game in the backfield. 3 receivers bunched up to the left. Jackson from the gun. He moves Mitchell off to the right in motion to the far side. Jackson now calls for him to come back. Looks to his right, sets up in the pocket, now walks up to the line of scrimmage.
He knows he's got man coverage. Maybe changing the play.
Play clock is down to 3. Now 2. Takes the snap. Looks to his right. Now looks to his left. Now he runs to his left. Tries to get away from the arms. And flags come in. He's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A flag came in from the far side. It's going to be holding against the Browns.
In the secondary again and away from the play again. And we'll see who they get it on.
Holding. Defense number 23. 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
I don't know if Myles Garrett was slow to get up because he was frustrated, but he was down on the ground. And again, defensive holding against the Browns.
That's just 2 back-to-back penalties that are basically have led to a collective turnover for the Browns. They did an excellent job in coverage on that play, excellent job rushing. You get the hold called on you.
Hey, look at Myles Garrett. He is looking like he's favoring one leg.
You know, I wish going back to that punt, if somebody has to see that, call a timeout.
Yes.
It's worth burning a timeout for a possession. And instead now, this is looking very good for the Ravens.
Clock operator, please reset to 4 minutes and 32 seconds. 4, 3, 2.
And by the way, it's the 3rd time there's been a penalty to give a first down.
Right? And look, you're coming here on the road against the hottest team in the NFL. You've got to be clean with your technique. The Browns have not, and then they had a mental error of 12 guys on the field when you're getting the ball back.
Edwards back in the game as Jackson is under center. Edwards is behind him. In motion is Zay Flowers. They hand it off to Edwards. Goes over the block of his left guard, and he's tripped up to the 25-yard line. Martin Emerson was able to get there to make that tackle, and that was huge because it would have been a first down, maybe a little bit more.
You just feel like the way that play unfolded, that there's almost, we talked about being deflated earlier in the game. It feels like this sequence of 4th down with the punt and then the hold, it feels like it's deflated this team just a little bit.
Nelson Aguilar in for the first time for the Ravens, lined up on the right side of the offensive line, 2nd and 4. 4 minutes to play here in the first half. It's 17-6 Ravens on top. Brown showing blitz. And Jackson will shovel it off to Mitchell in the backfield. He got spun away, runs to his right, nothing's there, taken down. Grant Delbert makes the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 6 on the play. That play was botched from the get-go.
Well, because J.O.K. botched it. J.O.K. blew that play up. They're trying to run the reverse to Keaton Mitchell. He beat the block on the outside, forced Mitchell out, and quite frankly, the Ravens got away with a hold even on Grant Delpit, but he fought through and made the play, and now you get a 3rd and long here, but you're in field goal range, so it's still points. This is where you need to get a turnover. Yep. Lamar's holding that ball in the pocket. Get it out.
3 receivers to the left. Brown showing blitz. By the way, Garrett's still very slow, even though he's still in the game, but he's limping a lot. It's 3rd down and 11. 3:13 to play first half. Jackson looks to his right, now to his left. He's taken down. He lost it. He's sacked at the 37-yard line. Aggressiveness all around. Newsome was there. He was helped out by Zadarius Smith. That's just a team sack right there.
Yeah, the pressure of Dalvin Tomlinson and Okoronkwo and Delpit up the field forced him to step up, and then Zadarius Smith now, that could be his 3rd sack in the last 4 games, and he's a guy 3 years with double-digit sacks in this league, 3 of the last 4.
Oh, this will be a 55-yard field goal attempt for Justin Tucker. 66 is his career long. We mentioned he's 15 for 15 within 50 yards. This will be 55 yards. Middle of the field, high snap, handled well. It's blocked, and it's rolling to the 34-yard line. Picked up by the Browns at the 40-yard line. Anthony Walker running to his left. Walker to midfield, now inside Ravens territory. Stout takes him down at the 39-yard line. Excellent field position for the Browns, a 27-yard return. 17-6 Ravens on top. We'll take a timeout. The Browns will have the football when we return. You're listening to the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
As the official ticket marketplace of the Cleveland Browns and the NFL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game. Whether you're cheering on the Browns at home or away, Ticketmaster has you covered. With Ticketmaster's interactive seat map, you'll get a 360-degree preview of your seat, so you can make sure you have the best view of those pivotal plays. Plus, the Ticketmaster app makes it easy to sell or transfer tickets if your plans change. And mobile tickets make getting in on game day a breeze. Find tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Browns.
Times have changed here at Cardinal Credit Union because now anyone can join. When you open an account, you instantly have access to all the products and services we offer, regardless of where you live or work. The myth of having to belong to a specific group to bank with Cardinal has changed. We call it Instant Membership. Open an account today and enjoy the most competitive rates on savings and lending products. Visit our branches or join online at cardinalcu.com. People helping people. Cardinal Credit Union, the official credit union of the Cleveland Browns.
Warning, timeout.
Well, Jordan Elliott blocked the punt, and Anthony Walker was able to return it inside Ravens territory. And on first down, Jerome Ford was able to rush 5 yards, which takes us now to the 2-minute warning, and there's a little bit of a hop in the step for the Cleveland Browns. So we've reached the 2-minute warning here in Baltimore. It's the Ravens 17, the Browns 6. The Browns inside Ravens territory. You're listening to the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
Cleveland Browns and the NFL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game. Whether you're cheering on the Browns at home or away, Ticketmaster has you covered. With Ticketmaster's interactive seat map, you'll get a 360-degree preview of your seat, so you can make sure you have the best view of those pivotal plays. Plus, the Ticketmaster app makes it easy to sell or transfer tickets if your plans change. And mobile tickets make getting in on game day a breeze. Find tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Browns.
Times have changed here at Cardinal Credit Union because now anyone can join. When you open an account, you instantly have access to all the products and services we offer, regardless of where you live or work. The myth of having to belong to a specific group to bank with Cardinal has changed. We call it Instant Membership. Open an account today and enjoy the most competitive rates on savings and lending products. Visit our branches or join online at cardinalcu.com. People helping people. Cardinal Credit Union, the official credit union of the Cleveland Browns.
This could be the start of a break-in.
Stop. This is Simply Safe.
Or the end of one.
Police are on their way.
Introducing the latest innovation in home security. 24/7 LiveGuard protection, only from Simply Safe. Now, agents can see and speak to intruders through our new indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Has your toothbrush ever died in the middle of brushing? Or how about your kid's toy powering down in the middle of a play date? If you've ever wished for power that lasts longer, you might want to try the #1 longest lasting AA battery, Energizer Ultimate Lithium. Energizer batteries are the set it and forget it choice in the battery world, which means all your devices keep going and going. Find a new peace of mind with the long-lasting power of Energizer Ultimate Lithium. Available at Discount Drug Mart, the official drugstore of the Cleveland Browns.
Be sure to check out the Browns' social media channels daily to play the Browns digital scratch-off game for your chance to win club seats and other great prizes presented by the Ohio Lottery, the official lottery of the Cleveland Browns. Second down and 6. Ball on the 34-yard line of Baltimore. Watson out of the pistol formation, takes the snap, throws to the middle of the field, passes complete to Amari Cooper inside the 20, 15 to the 10, and he drags his man down to the 5-yard line. They'll mark him at the 6. Oweh makes the tackle, a gain of 28 yards. And the Browns have entered the Mid's red zone. Mid's true Sicilian pasta sauce. Best ingredients, best quality, best taste.
Finally had some time in the pocket.
Yes.
Looked right. Everything spread out. Comes back to Amari Cooper over the middle for the biggest play of the day. 29 yards down to the 6. And the Browns need a touchdown. And they've got first and goal.
First and goal from the 6-yard line. Ford in motion. Goes from left to right behind Deshaun Watson. 2 receivers to the right. They fake the handoff. Watson's hit by Clowney and dragged down at the 7-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney hit him and then just tracked him down. It'll be second and goal from the 7. It's only a loss of 1. It could have been a whole lot worse.
Yeah, it's a read option, and Clowney got so much penetration, they left him unblocked that he was able to kind of be in between Ford and Watson, and there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Baltimore, they're first and a half.
The Ravens use a timeout here with 1:17 to play. By the way, Deshaun Watson was late getting up and is trying to stretch his back out right now. We'll take a timeout with them. You're listening to the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
Technology and cybersecurity change rapidly. To ensure your organization is prepared, you need a trusted IT partner like Fit Technologies. Fit Technologies is the largest managed IT company in the state and is headquartered right here in the Playhouse Square district of downtown Cleveland. Fit takes an holistic approach to IT that encompasses cybersecurity, technology strategy, IT support, and more. Visit fittechnologies.com today to explore how you can better navigate your IT journey. That's fittechnologies.com.
Football is back, and NFL Plus has you covered. Get NFL Plus, and you'll never miss a moment of live football action this season. With live local and primetime games on mobile, NFL Network, NFL Red Zone, live game audio, and more, all in one place. That's right. This season, get NFL Red Zone and NFL Plus Premium so you never miss a touchdown. That's every touchdown from every game, every Sunday during the regular season, across devices. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com. Terms and conditions apply.
As the weather gets colder, the NFL offers stay hot on FanDuel. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 moneyline bet. That's $150 if your team wins. FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the Cleveland Browns.
21 plus and present in Ohio. First online real money wager only. $5 pregame moneyline wager required. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Just like the Cleveland Browns, Pet Supplies Plus knows a thing or two about dogs. We also know cats, reptiles, fish, and more. Pet Supplies Plus carries thousands of high-quality foods, treats, toys, apparel, and other pet care essentials. Plus, many locations have a self-serve pet wash and full-service grooming salon. So, just like the Browns, give your dogs and your other pets their best life. Shop Pet Supplies Plus, proud sponsor of the Cleveland Browns.
Back here in Baltimore, where the Browns are facing a second and goal from the 7-yard line, down 17-6 with 1:17 to play here in the first half. 3 timeouts left for Cleveland, 2 timeouts left for the Ravens. Browns moving from left to right. In the backfield is Ford. Ford will line up to the left to Deshaun Watson, who's working out of the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, now 2 to the left with Tillman going in motion to the left. Cooper's off to the left. They hand it off to Ford, running to his right, not much there. Cuts back to his left, is inside the 5, and he's thrown back by Clowney. And Clowney comes out holding his arm. It's a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 5.
Yeah, Clowney looks to be in significant pain there, and he has been a pain for the Cleveland Browns, making a lot of plays. And at the end of that one, his right arm was just kind of stuck in that pile, grabbing his elbow there. He was able to pull himself up with it, but kind of letting that arm hang down there.
Timeout. Baltimore. The second of the half.
It'll be
30 seconds in length.
It'll be their second timeout for the Ravens. Today's game summary is brought to you by Sherwin-Williams. Ask Sherwin-Williams to help bring your color to life. Well, the Browns got the football to start the ball game, and then right out of the chute on the first drive, Kyle Hamilton deflected a pass and caught it for an interception and ran into the end zone to give the Ravens an early lead.
Yeah, it was awful. It was an awful way to start this game. But the Browns have shown a little heart and resilience. Now, the 2 runs haven't netted you but a yard, and so you're at 3rd and 5, and you got to be thinking we need a touchdown. So if this gets near the goal line, I wouldn't be surprised to see Kevin Stefanski go for it. This is a big play against the top red zone defense in the NFL.
3rd down and goal from the 5-yard line. Hunt checks back in the ball game. 2 receivers stacked to the left. 1 receiver to the right. It's Cooper. Out of the shotgun is Watson. Off the play fake. Looks to his right. Now to his left. Now to the middle. Looks for Hunt. Now rolls to his right. Throws in the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Overthrew everybody. And now a flag comes in that's sitting at the 15-yard line. Michael Pierce may have been penalized for the Ravens. Nope, it's going to go against the Browns. So Pierce was held. He is a big man.
Holding. Offense number 66. The penalties decline. 4th down.
Yeah, so John Harbaugh is not going to push them back. He's just going to allow the Browns to have a field goal attempt here.
Yeah, and so you get a chance to make it a 1-score game, so in that sense, it's a win. But you've had 3 trips now to the red zone against this Ravens defense, and you've come away with 3 field goals. And that play, nobody was open quick for Deshaun Watson, ends up having to hold it. That's the second time Hudson's been flagged, although they declined it. It just feels like you cannot win this game without scoring touchdowns, and the Browns settle for 3 once again.
Yeah, this will be a 23-yard field goal attempt by Dustin Hopkins, already 2 for 2. But Worquez will hold it from the near hash mark, kicking from left to right. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on its way. and it is good, and it's 17-9. Ravens lead is 8, but as Nathan said, it's a one-score game, but there's 1:02 to play here in the first half. The good news is the Ravens only have one timeout left.
Right, they used them, and they were able to save some time, and when you think about that third down play, not only was it not a touchdown that you needed, it was also incomplete, so that did save the Ravens a little bit of time.
Well, that field goal of 23 yards is presented by Clutch Transportation Services, proud partner of the Cleveland Browns. 1:02 to play here in the first half. It's the Ravens 17 and the Browns 9. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to the University Hospitals Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
From a daily driver, a heavy hauler, to a high-end auto investment, the Sarshone Auto Group is one of Northeast Ohio's leaders. Now with 7 locations. Sarshone Ford in Randolph, Alliance and Waynesburg. Sarshone Chevrolet in Randolph. Sarshone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton. The Sarshone Auto Gallery in North Canton. And now, Sarshone Chevrolet in Garrettsville. The Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns. Find out more at sarshone.com.
Calling all Browns fans, Cross Country Mortgage is giving you a chance to win big during the dedicated dog sweepstakes. Weekly prizes include official Browns gear, tickets for home and away games, and you could even win club seats. But that's not all. Enter now to win the grand prize, a $25,000 home makeover. Just visit clevelandbrowns.com/CCM. Enter today.
Equal housing opportunity. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC. NMLS 3029.
Hey there, Browns fans. Pack your bags for the ultimate Dog Pound at Sea party on the amazing Independence of the Seas in March of 2024 as we embark on a 5-day, all-inclusive Caribbean cruise. Spend time with your favorite Browns alumni like Josh Cribbs, Eric Metcalf, Webster Slaughter, and many more. Presented by Seaside Events. Cabins are selling fast, so book yours now. Visit BrownsFanCruise.com or call 216-284-6472 today.
When you're not screaming for your hometown favorite, we know you can't help but scream for your hometown favorite, Smith's family of ice creams. Smith's has been a tradition you can taste since 1909, and they're still making it fresh with rich, creamy milk, only from local dairies. So smooth, so indulgent, so many to choose. So Smith's. Come on, you know you want to give in and enjoy that hometown ice cream that's still churned in small batches. Smith's, available at Discount Drug Mart, the official drugstore of the Cleveland Browns.
1:02 to play here in the first half. It's 17-9. Ravens on top of the Browns. The Browns will kick it off. Duvernay is back deep to receive for the Ravens. He's back to our right as Hopkins will kick it off from left to right. Again, the Ravens have one timeout left. Hopkins' kickoff. It's going to hang up there for a little bit, and Duvernay will just let it bounce and go over his head out of the back of the end zone. By the way, the Browns scoring drive presented by Bally Bet. Want to win 2 VIP front row tickets to the next Browns home game? Well, download the all-new Bally Bet Sportsbook app and register for your chance to win. You must be 21 plus, Ohio residents only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, so it was 6 plays, 33 yards, 1 minute and 12 seconds, and a 23-yard field goal. But they were first and goal from around the 6-yard line and could not score a touchdown. It'll be first down for Jackson. Justice Hill is in the backfield. Jackson out of the shotgun, dancing in the pocket, has time. Dances back again, breaks away, rolls to his right. Pumps once, he's across the 30. He'll keep it himself, and he's out of bounds. Oh, he's nailed out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
That was Mike Ford.
Yeah, and there's a lot of shoving going on as Jackson comes up. His teammates are there to help him. And they're on the Browns side of the field, and there's a huge pile of guys just pushing each other.
It was a clean hit. He was in bounds when he hit him.
And you can't allow him you can't pull up on him because you never know if he's going to break away.
Yep.
The fans are seeing it up on the video board here, and they think it was a dirty play. But Jackson comes running out, brings his team back to the line of scrimmage. And again, you cannot allow him to pull up and then burst up the field for 5 more yards.
No, and that had been a problem for the Browns in these late game situations. They assume somebody's going to go out of bounds, so they cut it upfield and are able to get more yards. It happened in Seattle, and it happened against the Niners. And so good job by Mike Ford there. Clean hit, big hit, that's for sure.
Well, he's about a half-yard shy of a first down. It'll be second down and 1. 52 seconds to play here in the first half. It's 17-9, Ravens on top. Jackson out of the shotgun. 3 receivers left. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, throws to his right, and it's intercepted. It's Mike Ford inside the numbers to the 45. He sits down at the logo at the 48-yard line.
Mike Ford filling in for Denzel Ward, and that is his first career interception. Welcome, Mike Ford, the special teams ace, making a huge play on the sideline.
His interception.
And then coming up with the interception. And the Browns will have it now. 43 seconds, all 3 timeouts, and an opportunity to put some more points on the board here with the ball at midfield.
Yeah, the celebration took the Browns defense all the way to the end zone to our right.
They don't want to get a celebration loaf. Jim Schwartz, he's all over that. Everybody's got to participate.
It'll be first down for the Browns at the 47-yard line of Cleveland. Empty backfield, bunch formation to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Watson all by himself in the backfield out of the shotgun. Again, no Clowney. He's on the sidelines. Watson steps up in the pocket. Not much is there. Bounces away from one defender. Rolls the pocket to the near side, and then he's shoved out of bounds as he walks the tightrope. Michael Pierce shoved him out of bounds, and he's out at about the 48 of Cleveland. So he just got a couple yards.
Yeah, and for the Ravens' coverage right now has been really good. There's nowhere to go with the ball quickly for Deshaun Watson, and so that's causing him to have to hold on to the ball a little bit longer. But at some point, especially in this kind of a scenario, if you're going to go to a tight window down the field, go for it. You maybe get a penalty, maybe get a completion, but you got to get yourself into scoring range here. That took a lot of time for 2 yards.
Yep. Humphrey is covering Cooper to the near side. He does have help at the top. It'll be second down and 8. Njoku's in motion to the right side of the offensive line. And now Deshaun Watson has to call a timeout. Play clock was winding down. It was at 1. Let's check in with Gerard. What do you see, Gerard?
Action down here, and the Ravens made a pivotal mistake. Whenever a quarterback takes a big hit like that, you don't want to have him passing the football because he doesn't have all of his cognizant. And with Lamar Jackson, obviously, he was not there.
Yeah, he kind of got the wits knocked out of him a little bit, just trying to kind of center himself there. Just wasn't able to do so.
And that throw wasn't close.
No.
And you certainly could see those effects. I hate using a timeout on a stopped clock when Watson was out of bounds there.
Yeah, second down and 8. The ball spot at the 49 of Cleveland. In the backfield is Jerome Ford. Watson working from the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Cooper's off to the right. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Pressure's coming. Steps up, looking long to the left side. His pass is caught out of bounds. Incomplete. It was Elijah Moore who caught it, but he was out of bounds. It'll be third down.
I like that they took a shot. That's what I was looking for there. Good job by Jaron Christian to give him the time. And he gets the ball out to Elijah Moore, but that ball has got to be in bounds. And so that's partly on the quarterback, but it's also the receiver. You've got to give that release with about 4 yards between you and the sideline so that you have the room to bow out to that ball.
Amari Cooper will stretch out with Tillman to the far side. Moore is off to the near side, tight to the line of scrimmage. Third down and 8. It's a 5-man front for the Ravens. They're showing blitz from the top side. Browns moving from left to right. Watson takes the snap, drops back to pass, steps up, throws to the middle, passes complete to the middle. And it's Moore, and Moore is wrapped up and taken down at the 43-yard line, and a timeout called by the Browns. It was Roquan Smith who was in on the coverage. He's right at the first down marker.
Yeah,
and the second of the half. Again, the 30-second timeout.
That's why that first timeout hurts you, because right now what you would have the ability to do, and it looks like they're giving the Browns the first down.
Yeah, they are.
Which, thank you very much, because I thought we were going to have to sneak it there, and not having that timeout would have made it difficult. Now, inside of 2 minutes, I'm sure that they will, if they need to look at where that spot is, they'll get that right. But I thought he was short, to be honest with you, at the conclusion of that play. He did a great job cutting it back up, but I didn't know if he got there, and he did.
Jadeveon Clowney, by the way, checks back into the ball game for the Ravens. He's lined up on the right side of the defensive line. It's first down from the 42-yard line of Baltimore. Watson out of the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, takes the snap, drops back to pass, looks left, throws left, looking for Amari Cooper, and he couldn't get to the back shoulder. It's incomplete. Humphrey was in on the coverage. It'll be second down Listen, if that pass was a little bit better, he was open once he spun around.
And I think it was the timing of it. He had to get it out a little bit earlier than he wanted or than Amari wanted. It looked like that ball was supposed to be a little bit further down the field, but there was pressure off that left side. Clowney on Christian. He had to get it out just a little earlier, I think, than he wanted.
18 seconds to play first half, 17-9. Ravens on top. Now, worst case scenario, you've got to get into field goal range here. 3 receivers off to the right, 1 to the left. It's Cooper by himself. In the backfield is Ford. Watson out of the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back to pass, looks to the middle, now breaks the pocket, rolls to his right, just throws it up and throws it out of bounds. The pressure was coming from Clowney, who didn't need his elbow there to pressure him, but he was in his face the whole time.
Yeah, and he was able to go through again on Jaron Christian. He had beat him with speed the play before, and right there, that was just a bull rush. And, we talk about these tackles and these obvious passing situations. That's one of the big storylines. And at times, there's been protection, but more often than not, Deshaun Watson's having to run from the pocket. Browns 3 of 8 on third down, looking to get a big conversion, or at least, as you say here, let's get 6 to 8 yards and give Dustin Hopkins a chance.
Yeah, Browns have 1 timeout left. Ravens have 1 timeout left. 11 seconds to play in the first half. It's 17-9 Ravens. More importantly, third down and 10 for the Browns. Watson takes the snap out of the gun. He's in trouble. Throws it at the feet of his receiver, Tillman, and he's knocked to the ground. Matabike was there to knock him to the ground.
There's no foul. Intentional grounding. Number 19 who's in the area. 4th down.
So it's 4th down, and Deshaun Watson is limping off. And how about this? This is going to be a 60-yard field goal attempt for Hopkins.
So he made it from the logo exactly where he is now. He's on the left hash, which is what he likes. So far on the season, Dustin Hopkins, 7 of 7 from 50-plus, including a new career long of 58 against Indianapolis. Can he do it one more time here? If he does, he'll set a Browns record for 8 made field goals of more than 50 yards in a season, breaking the record of Phil Dawson.
Well, timeout called.
Baltimore, their 3rd and final of the half.
Last time out.
30 seconds in length.
For the Ravens. Interesting that they didn't wait for the play clock to tick down. They did it right away.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and we're going to get together. They're probably dialing up a block, much like the Browns. We go back to when Justin Tucker tried from 55. It was that interior push because the kicker has to drive the football a little bit lower on these long ones. That's how Jordan Elliott got it. And if you're the Browns, you have to be careful. So what they did in that timeout is now they're sending Devin Duvernay, their all-pro returner, back under the end zone, looking in case this one's short, that he can bring it out.
All right, by the way, Deshaun Watson is taking the early walk into the locker room. He's being tended to by the athletic training staff. This will be a 60-yard field goal attempt. And now a timeout is called by the Browns.
Timeout. Cleveland, the 3rd and final of the half.
All right, so
they're 30 seconds
they're giving Dustin Hopkins a little bit more time to think about this.
And probably get Bubba Ventrone to talk to his guys about, okay, what are we going to do in the event with Duvernay back there? And I think that's what Kevin Stefanski's having that conversation. And he might be sending P.J. Walker and the offense out there.
Yeah, I think they are. So they may go for one Hail Mary on 4th down. Again, Watson is in the locker room. They're taking a look at him. It is going to be P.J. Walker who's going to bring the offense out onto the field. He's warming up right now on the far side of the football field. All right, so Amari Cooper, Bryant, Njoku.
So you had no timeouts for the Ravens, so I think the thinking is all we have to do, whether this play is successful
just
or not.
Just chuck it up. Yep.
Just get it up there. Listen, you can try to get a first down. You don't have a timeout now either, so maybe you try to run a 10-yard out and get it right at the sticks and get a shorter field goal here in 7 seconds.
Well, you've got to be careful with that, too. You've got to make sure you even convert that on 4th down and 10. Walker, wearing number 10, takes the snap, drops back to pass. Pressure's coming, sets up in the pocket, backs up a few steps. Clowney is there to try to knock it away. He throws it up for grabs, and it's deflected, incomplete. And that will end the first half. And what did you see?
They grabbed Harrison Bryant. One of the Ravens grabs Harrison Bryant, throws him out of the way, and the other 2 Ravens go up and intercept the ball, and Bryant went right to the official. Now, obviously, that was not going to be a touchdown or anything of that nature, but they got away with one right there. It was silly by the Ravens to even grab him like that.
Well, 17-9, Ravens on top by 8 as we reach halftime. After the break, Jeff Phelps will be along with our halftime report. You're listening to the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
At University Hospitals, we're here for All-Pro defensive end Myles Garrett.
Hey, it's me, Miles.
And we're here for Pee Wee star Miles Carter.
Hi, I'm Miles.
As the official healthcare partner of the Cleveland Browns, we're here for Miles, and all of Northeast Ohio with expert sports medicine and world-class everyday care. Because we need you at your best, Miles.
Thanks.
And you, Miles.
Yeah, thanks.
We're University Hospitals, and we're here for you. Learn more at uhsports.org.
We waited all year to bring you mattress offers this good. The Veterans Day sale at Levin Furniture and Mattress. Save an extra 25% on Sealy, Posturepedic, Simmons Beauty Rest Harmony, and every Grand Legacy mattress. And get free box spring, free pillows, free next day white glove delivery. Up to $700 off Tempur-Pedic and Purple, and 0% financing for 60 months. Veterans get an extra $50 discount. Levin, the official furniture and mattress partner of the Cleveland Browns.
Get ready to kick off a winning football season with your furry teammate. But heads up, every 6 seconds a pet parent is tackled by a vet bill of $1,000 or more. Embrace Pet Insurance is the ultimate playbook, providing up to 90% back on vet bills, so you never have to choose between season tickets and the medical care your pet needs. Don't leave your pet's health on the sidelines. Visit EmbracePetInsurance.com or call 1-800-EMBRACE. That's 1-800-EMBRACE or EmbracePetInsurance.com.
This is the Cleveland Browns Halftime Report on the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network. Here's Jeff Phelps.
It's halftime in Baltimore, and the Browns are back in it. They are trailing the first-place Ravens 17-9. With the Halftime Report, I'm Jeff Phelps. Joining us from the sidelines at M&T Bank Stadium, Gerard Cherry. Gerard, rough start, better finish. Browns were down 14-0. How do they regroup?
It's really simple. You have to do the fundamentals of football. And what does that entail? Well, that entails making sure that you're in your right gap responsibility. If it's causing for you to be in leverage position, you have to be in that position. And on the offensive side of the ball, simply put, pass protection has been decent. But if you are in a spot where you have to run a certain route, and from a distance standpoint, you need to be in those spots and continue to help Deshaun Watson get clear pitches so he can have the ability to hit open receivers. And also, too, Jeff, more importantly, stop beating yourself. Stop doing things like extending drives for the Ravens on the defensive side of the ball by making mistakes in the wrong point in time from a situational football standpoint. If you do those basic things, you stand a great chance of getting back in this football game. Well, you're already in it, but actually winning it.
14-0 start for Baltimore, Gerard. One score by the defense, one score by the offense. But after that, Ravens scored only 3 more points. What are the Browns trying to do against Lamar Jackson?
Well, they're getting now accustomed to the speed of the game, what it's like to play against Lamar Jackson. There is such thing as an adjustment period when you're on the defensive side of the ball. So what we're seeing is, simply put, that we've taken some of their best shots and we've adjusted to it, and we're now starting to apply pressure. And that hit that Lamar took at the end of the half certainly played a part in why he threw that interception, in that he wasn't fully there because he took a hard shot on the sideline. So what we're starting to see is this: if you get pressure on the quarterback, I don't care if it's Lamar Jackson, I don't care if it's Tom Brady or Dan Marino, that causes quarterback to not play at the highest of levels. So what we're starting to see is that the defense is starting to get that pressure and applying it. So look for the Ravens to do what? Go back to more of a running game, more than likely, to try to slow down this Browns defensive front.
Deshaun Watson, first half, 6 of 20, Gerard, 79 yards, threw that interception early on. Assuming he's back in the second half, he wasn't out there for that last play. How do the Browns get him going?
It's really simple. You want to move him around the pocket, and obviously the offensive line has to hold up this end of the bargain by giving him the protection. But really, Jeff, it just comes down to executing. There are times when there drives in which David Njoku had a chance to make a huge play, and he didn't do the fundamental thing, which is receive the football, then run. He's had some moments, Deshaun, in which you can say, okay, that was a good pass. Now, receivers who I'm throwing to, make sure that you complete the end of the bargain by actually catching the football. Again, for the offensive line, it's going to be key that they provide the time. And you would like to think that Deshaun could roll around and move around, but he went to the locker room before the half, and that might be due to a leg injury. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they employ him, because he can't be stationary in the pocket against this Ravens defense, because if that's the case, they will tee off on him.
Gerard, thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Gerard Cherry on the field at M&T Bank Stadium. Browns trailing the Ravens 17-9. Scores from Week 10 in the NFL next on the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
Hey, this is Clay Harbor.
This is Love the Tupu.
It's Bob Popple along with Super Bowl champion Carl Banks.
Hey, NFL fans. This is Solomon Wilcox, former NFL safety and host of the Believe in Bengals podcast. Catch my show and all 32 Believe NFL podcasts on the SiriusXM app. Search Believe, that's BLEAV, plus your team's name on the SiriusXM app and Apple Podcasts. Believe is included with all SiriusXM trials and SiriusXM plans.
Ladies and gentlemen, Team Coco Radio is now Conan O'Brien Radio. Yep, we've upgraded from channel 106 to 104 because, let's face it, I couldn't stay at 106 forever. You'll find my delightful Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend podcast, highlights from my late night shows, showcasing some of the most absurd and hilarious moments from my decades on television. Plus, dive deep into 28 years of late night memories with Inside Conan. Conan O'Brien Radio, now on SiriusXM, channel 104. Or listen with the SiriusXM app.
They are among the greatest to ever play their sports.
A game-winning home run by Derek Jeter.
They are legends and icons.
The Lakers take the lead on Magic Johnson's running skyhook.
And you can hear them right now on the SiriusXM app.
We got Magic Johnson here.
Everybody got all these shows. They've been hounding me. I said, I'm only doing one, and that's Eddie Johnson. Anytime you guys need me, I'm here.
Legendary Derek Jeter. Welcome to Black Diamonds.
Thanks for having me. I've been waiting for the invitation.
And for access to the game's greats, we rely on the leader in sports audio, SiriusXM and the SiriusXM app.
What it is. Connect with the R&B and hip-hop that's hot now.
Slamming you out.
Discover who's next. And stay up on the culture.
Cause Drake don't know how to kiss and not tell.
On the heat.
Girl, your BP is a zero. My back shot sound like bongo.
Channel 46 and on the SiriusXM app. Included in all trials and popular plans.
Hear Cleveland Browns pre- and post-game coverage for every game on the dedicated Browns channel. 807 on the SXM app.
Less than 5 minutes into the game, Browns were down 14-0, but now at halftime it's an 8-point game. Baltimore 17, Cleveland 9. There are 6 games going on right now in the NFL. One snoozer earlier in the day. Here with the scores, Mitch Spinell.
Already in the third quarter, the Steelers are up on the Packers 16-17, while the Texans lead the Bengals 10-7. We have the 49ers blowing out the Jaguars 20-3, while the Buccaneers are up 10-3 over the Titans. Vikings up 24-3 on the Saints. Josh Dobbs with a pair of touchdowns, while earlier today in Frankfurt, the Colts outlasted the Patriots 10-6. Back to you, Jeff.
All right, Mitch, thank you very much. Our score at halftime, Ravens 17, Browns 9. First half stats next on the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
In the end zone, touchdown!
Browns fans, get more of the great content you crave right now on the SXM app. Just search Cleveland Browns on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra Browns content, including coach and player press conferences, special team-specific shows, interviews, and much more. It's all on the SXM app. Download it and search Cleveland Browns today.
The fantasy football playoffs are coming, and if you want to win, you need to listen to Fantasy Sports Radio.
Zero concerns about Jalen Waddle. Stop complaining. Enjoy the fantasy points that are about to come.
Touchdown Miami. We're here to help you overcome bye weeks, poor performance, and injuries.
Start Brees Hall every week.
That's a jet touchdown! You need our team of fantasy football experts now more than ever.
You can't count on 15 to 20 points every single week from a guy who is the second option.
Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87, and on the SiriusXM app.
The seasons are changing.
All the leaves are brown.
But there's always time for fun. In the sun, the Beach Boys transport you to summer with the return of their limited edition channel. Good vibrations. The Beach Boys channel. Now for a limited time, exclusively on the SiriusXM app. Just search Beach Boys.
Hey, this is Howard Bender from the Fantasy Alarm Show. Catch me and the GM Jim Bowden weekdays at 5 p.m. Eastern. All week long, we bring you the best in fantasy insights around. We're all the fantasy football deliciousness you need to help you crush your fantasy football leagues this season. Plus, we share our favorite picks for DFS and betting. Oh, and don't forget about Jukebox Monday, the Wheel of Randomness, and all your favorites. That's the Fantasy Alarm Show, weeknights from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern, Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87.
Cleveland fans, hear what Coach Stefanski and the players have to say after each game on the Browns channel. 8:07 on the SXM app.
The Ravens lead the AFC North with a record of 7-2. Browns, Steelers, Bengals, all 5-3. At halftime in Baltimore, the Browns are down 8, 17-9 to the Ravens. Team stats pretty even in the first half. Browns 174 yards in total offense, 168 for Baltimore. Browns 76 yards passing, 106 for the Ravens, and on the ground, Browns with an edge, 98 yards rushing to 62 for Baltimore. Individually, Deshaun Watson just 6 of 20 for 79 yards, no touchdowns, interception on the first pass, returned for a touchdown by Kyle Hamilton. Jerome Ford on the ground, 11 carries, 75 yards. He has a long of 28. Receiving-wise, Amari Cooper, a couple of catches for 45 yards. Elijah Moore has 3 for 30, and David Njoku, 1 catch for 4 yards. For the Ravens, Lamar Jackson is 8 of 13 throwing the football, 111 yards, 1 interception. The Browns sacked him 1 time. And their leading ground gainer, Keaton Mitchell, on just 2 carries, he has 32 yards. He had that 39-yard touchdown run early on in the first quarter. Our score, 17-9. Ravens leading the Browns. Tom McCarthy, Nathan Zagura, Gerard Cherry, up next with the second half on the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
Calling all Browns fans, Cross Country Mortgage is giving you a chance to win big during the dedicated dog sweepstakes. Weekly prizes include official Browns gear, tickets for home and away games, and you could even win club seats. But that's not all. Enter now to win the grand prize, a $25,000 home makeover. Just visit clevelandbrowns.com/CCM. Enter today.
Equal housing opportunity. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC, NMLS 3029.
Browns fans deserve the best game day experience at Cleveland Brown Stadium. That's why the Browns have teamed up with Evolve Technology, their official security screening partner. With Evolve, fans walk right through entry screening without stopping or emptying pockets or bags, all while still enjoying best-in-class protection and the peace of mind of a weapons-free environment. Visit evolve.com. That's EVOLV.com to learn more about how you and your family can enjoy the same convenience and security wherever you gather to work, learn, and play.
Coverage on the football field is just as important as coverage off the field. If you're looking for an individual and family health plan, Medical Mutual has you covered with plans that include $0 select preventative drugs, on-demand telemedicine, and access to thousands of healthcare providers throughout Ohio. Plus, most plans now include MedMutual Pet, a pet wellness service at no additional cost. Visit medmutual.com/Go Browns to find a plan. Medical Mutual, the official health insurer of the Cleveland Browns.
Back here at Baltimore, it's getting set for the third quarter. It's 17-9. The Ravens on top by 8. Hello, with Nathan Zagura and Gerard Cherry. I'm Tom McCarthy. Real quick, and obviously the Browns aren't going on offense just yet, but Deshaun Watson is just now coming out of the locker room. P.J. Walker was warming up for the last 2 minutes of halftime, so we'll keep an eye on that. Watson does not have his helmet, which is, I don't think, that big of a deal because somebody could carry that for him. Duvernay is back deep to receive for the Ravens to our right. And Hopkins will kick it off. The second half between the Browns and the Ravens underway. Duvernay will get a chance to return this one. He takes it at the 2 on the far hash mark to the 10, outside the hash mark to the 20, outside the numbers. He's spun up to the 23-yard line. That's where the Ravens will begin. All right, obviously the defense played better in the second quarter for the Browns. Hopefully they can sustain that against Lamar Jackson here in the third quarter.
Yeah, the Ravens are actually 0 for 4 on third down, and then a couple other third downs that they didn't convert. They got penalties that allowed them to convert. So the defense is starting to do a good job. Remember, this game was 14-0 about, 4 minutes into it? So the Browns have battled back. They've shown some toughness, some resilience. I think this is an important drive. Set the tone in the second half. Give your offense a chance. Down 1 possession.
Baltimore 62 yards on the ground in the first half. They begin with Edwards in the backfield. Aguilar in motion. Jackson to throw. First pass is complete to the right side. And it's Bateman with his second reception. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Make it the 29. So a gain of 9 yards on the first down.
Just a quick little speed out. Mike Ford was about 8 yards off of Bateman at the time of the snap. He runs a little 5-6 yard out. Easy pitch and catch for Lamar Jackson. And it feels like they're able to get guys open quickly because the ball's been coming out of his hands rather quickly.
Let me correct that. It's a gain of 7, so it's 2nd down and 3. Edwards in the backfield, and now Jackson waves aid. Flowers in motion to the near side. They hand it off to Edwards. Nope, he keeps it himself. Jackson does. He runs to his left. He runs to the 35. Stiff arms his way out of bounds at the 38-yard line, so he's got a first down. It's a gain of 9. Thornhill knocked him out of bounds. It'll be first down for the Ravens.
That was one where you almost got a fumble because it was so deep in the basket to Gus Edwards at the last second he pulled it out. And that's what Lamar Jackson can do. We talked about it coming in. He's averaging about 50 yards per game on the ground. He's got 21 now on 3 runs in this one.
Alex Wright checks in and now checks out again for the Browns. Quick substitution. That'll be first down for the 38-yard line. Jackson out of the gun. A receiver to the left. That's Bateman off the play fake. Jackson rolls to his right, sets up in the pocket, throws to the middle of the field, passes complete to Flowers, who's tackled at the 45 of Cleveland. It's a big gain. Thornhill makes the tackle after a 17-yard reception by Flowers, who comes up holding his hand. Thornhill now goes to his backside.
So on that play, as Thornhill looks a little bit shaken up after that collision with Zay Flowers, he was able to find a huge hole in the middle of the zone. Looked like the Browns were running what they call kind of an inverted cover 2, where the corners on the outside go out, and then you have your safeties come and buzz down to the middle, and he found that open spot right in between the two of them, and Lamar Jackson delivered the ball, and the Ravens are moving it. And here's the one good news. You got safety depth. Rodney McLeod will come in for him. He was a full-time starter guy who's been a veteran with, played 164 games in his career, but you're thin at corner. We still have not seen Denzel Ward re-enter this game after he took that cheap shot from Ronnie Stanley.
All right, so first down. Flowers is being looked at the sidelines for the Ravens. Duvernay checks in for him. Odell Beckham checks back in as well. He'll line up on the right side with Duvernay. In the backfield is Edwards. Out of the gun is Jackson on first down for the 44-yard line. 17-9, Ravens on top, moving the football. Out of the gun, Jackson takes the snap. Pressure's coming. Steps up in the pocket. Rolls to his right. Now sprints to his right inside the numbers. He dives forward to the 40-yard line. And they'll mark him down after a gain of 3.5. It'll be second down.
The Browns brought both Greg Newsome and Grant Delpit on blitzes from the slot on both sides. He was able to escape. It looked like Obar Okoronkwo had a chance at him. I thought he may have been getting held there as Jackson was able to get outside and make a positive play, but that's what he does. That was one where it looked like he was dead to rights, gets out of there on a positive play for the Ravens.
Second down and 6. The ball spotted at the 41-yard line of Cleveland on the far hash mark. Duvernay in motion behind Jackson, who's out of the gun. Pass is swatted away as he looked to his right. It was knocked away by Delpit, and he nearly was able to knock it right into his own hands.
That would have been the Kyle Hamilton play, right? He just throws that quick one out to the tight end. Delpit was blitzing in, able to get off that block. They're trying to throw just a little tight end quick screen out to Mark Andrews. Almost an interception the other way, but now you force a 3rd and 6 on the cusp of Justin Tucker's field goal range.
Yeah, the Browns have been so good on third down defensively this year, and so far today the Ravens are 0 for 4 on third downs. It'll be third down and 6. Ball is on the 40.5-yard line. In motion is Aguilar. Jackson to throw, middle of the field. Pass is caught. Middle of the field. Odell Beckham to the near side. Inside the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Ravens. 40 yards. A quick pitch and catch. Jackson to Odell Beckham with 12:29 to play here in the third quarter. It's 23-9 Ravens.
And he just beat Mike Ford on a slant. You had man-to-man coverage going with pressure. You had a single high safety, Rodney McLeod, and he took that slant. McLeod didn't take a good angle, and Odell Beckham Jr. to the house, and just like that, it's 23-9 pending this extra point. Odell Beckham, Jadeveon Clowney both looking pretty good against their former team.
I will say that once he catches it, he still has his speed. There's no doubt. Here's Tucker with the point after. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on its way, and it is good. It's 24-9. Ravens on top of the Browns with 12:29 to play here in the third quarter. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
Sirius XM has football covered from every perspective. Hear daily analysis of the National Football League on NFL Radio Channel 88.
He's playing some great football. Not good football, but some great football.
The most in-depth college football talk on College Sports Radio Channel 84 and our Power 5 conference channels.
They want to play fast, gas the defense, hit big plays.
And get expert fantasy football advice on Fantasy Sports Radio Channel 87.
This guy has a chance to be a baller. He has the most upside in the history of fantasy football.
It's an all-out blitz of football talk on Sirius XM and the Sirius XM app.
Santa baby, bring on the merry and bring on the bright. Sing along with modern holiday hits on Holly, Channel 79. Or revisit Christmas past with the nostalgic sound of holiday traditions on Channel 71. Listen now through Christmas Day and enjoy dozens of unique holiday channels anytime you want in the Sirius XM app.
Congratulations to the Texas Rangers.
The Rangers have won the World Series.
The only thing harder than winning that title is defending it. Tune to MLB Network Radio for up-to-the-minute coverage of baseball's hot stove season as teams take their first steps toward the 2024 World Series.
The hot stove is burning.
Every trade, every signing, live on-site coverage from baseball's winter meetings in Nashville. Hear it all on MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM 89, and the Sirius XM app.
The Busted Open podcast is now available on YouTube. This is Dave LaGreca, host of Busted Open, the #1 pro wrestling show on the planet. You can now watch and listen to the award-winning Busted Open podcast every single day on YouTube. Our best interviews, behind-the-scenes access, and some of our best content from the past. All available right now when you go to youtube.com/@BustedOpenPodcast. Subscribe right now.
Hear Cleveland Browns pre- and post-game coverage for every game on the dedicated Browns channel. 807 on the SXM app.
OBM, the preferred provider of copiers and document services for the Cleveland Browns, can tackle any size office. Call 216-485-2000 or visit ohiobusinessmachines.com. 24-9, Ravens on top of the Browns. An opening score to begin the third quarter. And now the Browns have to answer. Tucker will kick it off, kicking from right to left. Pierre Strong is back deep to receive. He's on the edge of the goal line to our left. One thing about Odell Beckham Jr. is that once he gets into the open field, he still has his legs. There's no doubt.
Yeah, and he still has those releases off the line of scrimmage. And going against Mike Ford, that was an advantage for the Ravens. First catch of the day, second touchdown of the year.
Kickoff goes over the head of Pierre Strong. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. This is the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
Interact with our stable of former players, coaches, and executives all day long on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Back here at Baltimore, along with Nathan Zagora, I'm Tom McCarthy. It's 24-9, Ravens on top by 15. 12:29 to play here in the third quarter. Deshaun Watson is out at quarterback. He's out of the shotgun. 3 receivers off to the right. He'll hand the ball off to Ford, and Ford runs up the middle on first down. Not much is there. He's knocked back pretty quickly. It's a gain of 2, and it'll be second down at 8.
Deshaun Watson struggled in that first half, 6 of 20 for 79 yards. The interception, made some plays with his legs, though, 19 yards running. But we're going to need to score touchdowns. And now, nobody scored 2 touchdowns against the Ravens in 9 straight home games. The Browns are going to have to do that if they want to get back into this one and have a chance to leave here with a win. And it needs to start on this drive.
Second down at 8. Ravens showing blitz from the near side. Out of the shotgun is Watson. He looks to his right, throws to his right, passes complete to his right for Moore, and Moore sits down right at the 30-yard line, so he's still shy of the first down. Kyle Hamilton comes in to make the tackle, but he's 5 yards away from a first down marker.
Yeah, and that's when maybe you want to take it up a little bit further. You had the cushion to run that out a little bit deeper, and the Browns, it's still 3rd and medium, 3rd and 4 here, and an important one, I think, to answer the Ravens drive.
Out of the shotgun quickly, Watson takes the snap, drops back to pass, passes complete to Amari Cooper to his right, and Cooper has a first down outside the numbers up to the 37-yard line. Roquan Smith makes the tackle. honestly, they could probably do that a little bit more.
Yeah, they went quick there. They looked what they were running was that Amari was running the double slants. Instead, he runs a little jerk route where he breaks in on the slant and then comes back out. Watson put the ball right where he needed to. Big first down, I think, for the Browns to get this drive going.
First down at 10 for the 36-yard line of Cleveland. 2 receivers off to the left, 2 receivers to the right, Ford in the backfield. Watson barking out the signals. Pressure coming from the Ravens. They pitch it off to Ford. He eludes one man, cuts to his right, gets across the 40, and then is shuttled out of bounds to the 43-yard line. Patrick Queen makes the tackle.
Second time we've run that toss away from the Kyle Hamilton blitz, and the second time that it's been productive for the Cleveland Browns. First time picked up 13 yards, that time 6. And so that's something that we've clearly keyed in on. And Hamilton's so dangerous in the blitz, we found that out on the second offensive play.
As we head toward the 10-minute mark here in the third quarter, it's 24-9, Ravens on top. Second down and 4. Ball spotted just outside the 41-yard line of Cleveland. 1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Hunt is in the backfield. Here comes the blitz. Watson sets in the pocket, now rolls the pocket to his left. He's going to run it. He'll get to the 45 and then slide down. He's right at the first down marker, maybe a half yard away. It'll be third down and short.
Yeah, about a half yard short there, Watson. And a good job by Kareem Hunt picking up the blitz of Patrick Queen, who has 3.5 sacks this year, and the Browns are going fast.
Yeah, they are. Tight to the line. Hunt in the backfield. They hand it off to him. He barrels his way up the middle, and he's stopped by Roquan Smith. It'll be fourth down. He lost a half a yard. 4th down and 1. Broderick Washington was there as well. And they're going to go for it. Down 24-9.
And I understand it. You don't want to give the ball back to them and let this game get out of control. Now Harrison Bryant in there. We've seen him line up to sneak. We've seen some tricks off of that sneak look as well. We'll see what the Browns do. There's Harrison Bryant there.
Yeah, he's under center. He takes the snap, barrels forward. It looks like he's got the first down. I think that's a cool play to put somebody with some size, even more size than, let's say, the quarterback. And Bryant sprawls his way out of the pile. It'll be a first down for the Browns.
Yeah, he's been very effective on that. And you think about not only him as a sneaker, but him and then some of the tricks that we've run off of that have led to some big plays when this team really needed to manufacture offense. That's a great conversion there by the Browns. And you're on the move. And 7's not 3, Tom. We got to find a way to get in this end zone.
Yeah, down by 15. It's a 2-score game. Under 9 minutes to play, third quarter. Watson taps his foot one time out of the shotgun with Hunt in the backfield with him. Watson drops back to pass, looks to the middle, throws to the middle, has Njoku, and he dives forward. Excuse me, that's Akins. He dives forward. He's about a yard shy of the first down. It'll be second down and 1.
Yeah, and I like it getting Jordan Akins involved. He was a guy when the Browns brought him in, coming off of a career year, 495 yards, 5 touchdowns.
53 is reported as eligible. Number 53 is eligible.
Watson really recruited him here to the Browns. They were together in Houston for 3 years, had more than 1,000 yards of connection there.
Yeah, now 31 years old. Man, time is flying by. Second down and 1 from the 44-yard line. Again, they bring in the extra lineman, Harris. It's part of an I formation. He's the fullback. They hand it off to Hunt, and Hunt sprawls his way forward right to the marker. He went right through the middle. Brent Urban made the tackle. Let's check in with Gerard.
Start to see the Browns offense getting more composure with this offensive line, doing a much better job of controlling the trenches and getting pushed on this Ravens defensive front.
Do you like that, Gerard, what you're seeing down there? You can see more activity?
Certainly you do like that, and that gives Deshaun Watson some hope, because if you can't have him just passing the football, you need to establish the running game as well.
Yeah, 10th play of the drive coming. It's a first down to the 43-yard line and movement on the left side of the offensive line. Actually, it may have been the right side of the offensive line. Wyatt Teller.
False start. Offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Yeah, so they'll move it back 5 yards.
One thing we need in this offense, you're seeing Omari's got 3 catches. Elijah Moore's got 4. We haven't gotten the Chief going, just 1 catch, and this one did have that drop. But Cedric Tillman has to be a playmaker. And so far this season, he has just 2 catches for 8 yards. If he's going to be out there as much as he is, he's got to be a viable threat in the passing game. We've taken some shots but have not connected yet.
Yeah, because he is a deep threat. So it's first down and 15. Ball is back to the 48-yard line of the Ravens. Game clock is flying down to 7 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Watson out of the shotgun, hands it off to Hunt. Running to his right, tries to stiff arm his way. Nothing's there. It was snuffed out perfectly by Roquan Smith. And he was helped out after he slowed him up by Brandon Stevens. It'll be second down.
Roquan Smith knew exactly what was coming there right before it was snapped. He motioned exactly where that run ended up going, and he was able to get to the spot. I mean, this guy's first team All-Pro. He is one of the best linebackers in the game today.
Yeah, solidified this defense last year in that trade.
He's the new Ray Lewis for them. That's what Jim Harbaugh said.
Second down and 14. In motion is Tillman to the slot on the left side. Empty backfield. Watson out of the gun. Here comes the blitz. Watson throws to his left. He read it beautifully. Has Bryant, and Bryant narrowly gets along the numbers to the 44-yard line. It's a short gain. Kyle Hamilton was coming hard against Deshaun Watson, who's slow to get up again.
Yeah, and he took a big hit right there. And if you're the Browns, you're saying maybe we get a little flag. That was a little late from Hamilton, but good job to just get it out of there. Earlier I said Jim Harbaugh. John Harbaugh, obviously, talking about Roquan Smith.
It runs together. Mom and Dad probably did that all the time.
Well, he could be here today. We know what stadiums he can't be at. Maybe he's here.
Jerome Ford is back in the ball game. It's third down and 11. 5:45 to play third quarter. 24-9 Ravens on top. Watson is changing the play at the line of scrimmage. The play clock is down to 4. Now 3, now 2. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Pressure's coming, dumps it off. Njoku, he's got it inside the numbers to the 40, inside the hash mark on the near side to the 35, and he dives forward right to the marker, and he is oh so close.
Chiefs been so good after the catch, averaging about 9 yards of yak per reception, which is the top figure in the league. And you saw it there. They're going to give the Browns the first down. And
That's
big. Let's go ahead. It is huge on 3rd and 11. Took advantage of that pressure. Throw a tight end screen. Looks like Kyle Hamilton just kind of sat down on the turf there for the Ravens.
Yeah, with 5:11 to play here in the third quarter, it's 24-9. Ravens are on top. Now, Njoku was out before the ball game in shorts, no shirt. And obviously with shorts, no pants, and I wondered where you were if you were thinking about doing that, coming out without a shirt.
Yeah, no, I don't look like the Chief. I would love to. If I did, I would do the same, but those days never happened and would be long gone if they ever had happened.
All right, 5:11 to play here in the third quarter, 24-9. Ravens are on top. They'll tend to the injured Raven. We'll take a break. You're listening to the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
On SiriusXM, the NFL experience goes far beyond game day, and your SiriusXM subscription gives you all the access you need to the NFL content you crave every game. With your hometown announcers on the SiriusXM app.
He caught it for a touchdown!
Hear live talk shows discussing all the different angles.
He's been injured, but he knows how to win.
Passionate debates on Mad Dog Sports Radio. Interviews with coaches and players on NFL Radio. And advice on your fantasy lineups on Fantasy Sports Radio. All the NFL content you need, all on the SiriusXM app.
Let's go, football fans. This week on Let's Go with Tom Brady and Larry Fitzgerald and me, Jim Gray.
Football season's a long year. You know, you still look at it as a chapter in this book of a season. Just because you were great last week doesn't mean you're going to be great next week. And just because you're bad this week doesn't mean you're going to be bad next week. You have the opportunity to write a new chapter.
Listen to Let's Go every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio and anytime on the SiriusXM app. Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
SiriusXM NFL Radio's Sunday Drive takes you to live action of every NFL game, so you never miss a big play.
He's sacked by Parsons.
Follow the entire league without changing the channel.
Kansas City in position to add to the lead. Back there we go now, Chiefs Radio.
Touchdown! Kansas City.
Plus, you'll hear fantasy football updates and post-game interviews. The Sunday Drive brings the NFL to you. Sundays noon to 8 Eastern on NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
They are among the greatest to ever play their sports.
A game-winning home run by Derek Jeter.
They are legends and icons.
The Lakers take the lead on Magic Johnson's running skyhook.
And you can hear them right now on the SiriusXM app.
We got Magic Johnson here.
Everybody got all these shows. They've been hounding me. I said, I'm only doing one, and that's Eddie Johnson. Anytime you guys need me, I'm here.
Legendary Derek Jeter. Welcome to Black Diamond.
Thanks for having me. I've been waiting for the invitation.
And for access to the game's greats, rely on the leader in sports audio. SiriusXM and the SiriusXM app.
Cleveland fans, hear what Coach Stefanski and the players have to say after each game on the Browns channel. 8:07 on the SXM app.
Rumpke Waste and Recycling is a great place to start and build a career. Check out the latest opportunities to join the team that's working together to keep your community clean and green by visiting rumpke.com today. Browns have had the football for over 7 minutes. They have the ball inside Ravens territory, down 24-9. Watson out of the shotgun, throws to Njoku out of the backfield, and Njoku stiff arms his way along the near sideline, and he's got a first down. Actually, he might be a half a yard shy of that first down marker. It'll be a gain of 9. Kyle Hamilton made the tackle. And by the way, Marlon Humphrey was the injured Ravens player. He's up off the field and being looked at on the sidelines. He's actually got into the blue tent.
Yeah, so they're a little thin at corner. Rock Yassin has come in for him opposite Brandon Stevens. But I like that we're getting the Chief involved. Those quick passes. That was basically the same one that got tipped and taken to the house. Just that quick little out. Watson 5 for 5 on this drive, Tom.
Yeah, 5 for 5. It's 2nd down and 1. Tillman is in motion behind the line of scrimmage. They pitch it to the right for Hunt. Hunt running to his right, has a blocker inside the 20, inside the 15, and falls forward outside the numbers to the 11 near the Ravens sideline. It's another first down, and he's inside the red zone. So the Browns have entered the Midge red zone. Midge True Sicilian Pasta Sauce. Best ingredients, best quality, best taste.
Our 4th trip to the red zone. Right, going into this game, the number 1 red zone defense in the league was the Ravens, giving up a touchdown on 33%. So the Browns are due to break through and see if we can't get Kareem Hunt in the end zone for the 5th straight week.
Yeah, Hunt is all by himself in the backfield. Watson is under center. This is the 15th play of the drive. They hand it off to Hunt, running to his right, stood up in the line of scrimmage, spins away, and he's down to the 8. Van Noy made the tackle. Geno Stone was the one who hit him initially, though.
And the Browns, when they've gotten down here, it's kind of been run, and then they have to make a pass, and they have not been able to do it. I love the ball coming out of Deshaun Watson's hands as quickly as it has been on this drive. Some of those short passes, those easy throws, maybe you have a chance to get one of those here, get the ball to Chief in the red zone.
Yeah, either that or see where Amari Cooper is lined up. They direct Cooper to the right side along with Bryant. Watson again talking to Cooper, getting him into the slot. Tillman's in motion. They're going to have to use a timeout. And Watson will call a timeout. Amari Cooper wasn't sure where he was supposed to line up, and the play clock was down to 2.
They seem to be talking to the rookie Cedric Tillman as well. And you talk about
Cleveland, the first of the half. Be 30 seconds in length.
His size in the red zone, and Tillman was a guy who scored a lot of touchdowns in college, and in fact he set a streak record for 7 consecutive games with a touchdown in Tennessee. This would be a great time for his first one, because as it gets condensed, you have to throw into tighter windows, and sometimes you have to play above the rim. And with Marlon Humphrey out, in comes Rock Yassin, 5'11". Maybe there's an opportunity to go up over the top of him here in this short area.
Watson brings the offense back together in a huddle. The copyright of this broadcast is owned by the Cleveland Browns. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Cleveland Browns is prohibited. 2nd down and 8, ball at the 9-yard line. Out of the shotgun is Watson, looking to his right, throws to the middle, passes complete to Cooper, spins away from one defender, and he's down to the 3-yard line. Patrick Queen made the hit. That'll be 3rd down and 1 to get a first down. Marcus Williams was there too.
And the Browns are going huge. Not only
69 and 53 are eligible. 69 and 53 are eligible.
Not only is Nick Harris in the game, we're used to that. Leroy Watson making his Browns debut, signed from the Niners, as they're going huge. The Ravens have 12 guys on the field. Yeah,
whistle blows, and now a timeout called by Harbaugh.
He raced down the sideline. He saw it too, was able to get that call in there. So,
timeout. Baltimore, their first in the half.
I got to tell you, you counted really fast on that. You did.
I could sense the panic, and then I looked and I went 12, and Rock Yassin was yelling at people, and so they ran down there and they got that timeout. But this is 4-down territory. You can still get a first down without getting a touchdown. As I look at it right now, the Browns have 2 plays to get 2 yards. And if you want to go drive up Harrison Bryant again, what we've seen the Browns do in some of these situations is last-second motion, Deshaun Watson out, direct snap, get all the beef in front of you, pushing that pocket.
Well, again, the 2 linemen are still eligible.
Watch for that direct snap here. The Browns like to run that in this situation, and I think it's 4-down territory. You have to end this drive with a touchdown. You're not kicking a short field goal.
2:25 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Harris is the one offensive lineman in the backfield. I formation with Hunt as the deep man. They hand it off to Hunt, running to his right, hit in the backfield, steps to his left, dives toward the goal line, dives toward the end zone. Touchdown, Browns! Running to his right, Kareem Hunt. It's 24-15 with 2:20 to play here in the 3rd quarter.
And that is the 5th straight game featuring a Kareem Hunt rushing touchdown, the longest streak in the NFL. His 6 touchdowns. Last time he had 6 rushing touchdowns, 2020 with the Cleveland Browns when we went to the playoffs. What good, hard-running power football. What an answer by this Browns team.
All right, so will they go for 2 here? Again, it's 24-15. It's a 9-point game. Hunt will come back in. He went to the sidelines. They are going to go for 2.
This is the analytics. People hate it. Make it a one-possession game, but you need to know if you need that too. That's the thought process anyway as to why teams do go for it. Kevin Stefanski's on the field. He and Alex Van Pelt want this clock reset.
Yeah. By the way, that Browns touchdown is presented by Cross Country Mortgage, the official mortgage partner of the Cleveland Browns. When it comes to financing, we always get you home. Visit ccm.com today.
Stefanski is going off on the official on the sideline there. We'll see what the ultimate decision is here, because this could force the Browns to have to kick an extra point if it's a delay.
Oh, here is Land Clark. He's going to let us know. He just talked to his crew.
There is no foul to delay a game. Play clock operator, please reset to 25 seconds.
John Harbaugh is beside himself on the sidelines for the Ravens. He's got both hands on his head. He can't believe there wasn't a delay, but I think he would have the same reaction for Kevin Stefanski.
The officials were getting it. Somebody was going to be unhappy. Here we go.
All right, Browns going for 2. Watson out of the shotgun. Now they slow things up a little bit. They already broke the huddle. He'll take the snap, drops back to pass, looks toward the middle. Now he'll run. He's got an open field into the end zone. He converts the 2-point conversion. It's 24-17 with 2:20 to play here in the third quarter. We have got ourselves a ball game. The Browns just successfully converted that 2-point conversion, which means that Dude Wipes will be making a $2,000 donation to the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. For more information, visit dudewipes.com/Browns. Dude Wipes, we love your Browns. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to the University Hospitals Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
From first words to sore throats, from soccer practice to a sprained wrist, University Hospitals Rainbow Babies and Children's is here for you and your family. From their first days to yearly checkups or even life-changing procedures, nationally recognized healthcare has a home in your neighborhood. Here for your child's first steps and every step after. We're University Hospitals Rainbow Babies and Children's, and we're here for you. Learn more at uhrainbow.org.
Ready to kick off your next painting project? Ask Sherwin-Williams. From pregame prep to postgame cleanup, Sherwin-Williams has everything you need to tackle your next project and create a winning look. For expert advice and the very best paint, stop into your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store for all of your game day needs. Find your nearest store location at Sherwin-Williams.com. Sherwin-Williams, the official paint supplier of the Cleveland Browns.
Want to win 2 VIP front row tickets to the next Browns home game? Then Bally on, Browns fans. Just download the all-new Bally Bet Sportsbook app and register by the end of Monday night's game, and you'll be automatically entered for your chance to win 2 VIP front row tickets to the next Browns home game. It's that simple. Bally Bet, an official sports betting partner of the Cleveland Browns. Must be 21 plus, Ohio residents only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
New this season for hungry football fans at Pilot or Flying J, try the Pilot Big Dog, a half-pound, 100% all-beef hot dog wrapped in delicious dough. Available at the stadium or at your closest Pilot or Flying J. And while you're filling your stomach, fill your gas tank by texting the word Browns to 26494 and start saving on every gallon of gas at Pilot or Flying J. Messaging and data rates supply by texting you consent to Pilot Flying J. Auto marketing SMS. Consent not required for purchase. Limited time. Terms and conditions apply.
.220 to play here in the third quarter. It's the Ravens 24 and the Browns 17. The Ravens will get the football back. And by the way, this is an important ball game. We also know that there's action with the Bengals game against the Texans as well.
Yeah, C.J. Stroud just ran it in from 8 yards out. It's going to be 27-17 Bengals. Steelers up 20-19 on the Pack, and the Browns down 7 here in Baltimore.
Hopkins will kick it off. Duvernay is back deep to receive. He'll get a chance to return this one. He takes it at the 1, and now he asks for a fair catch. All right, so it's a fair catch for the Ravens. The Browns scoring drive is presented by Bally Bet. Want to win 2 VIP front row tickets to the next Browns home game? Download the all-new Bally Bet Sportsbook app and register for your chance to win. Must be 21 plus. Ohio residents only. Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER. Big thing on that is that it was a touchdown, but it was 10 minutes and 9 seconds, 17 plays, and 75 yards. Hunt driving it in.
Hey, so your defense should be fresh, and this is a time for a stop.
Edwards in the backfield next to Lamar Jackson. One receiver to the right. Another receiver tight to the line to the left. Jackson off the play fake. Drops back to pass. Pressure's coming. Throws it to his left. Has Andrews wide open at the 40. Outside the numbers to midfield. Now to the 45. And he's out of bounds at the 40-yard line. There is a flag on the far side of the football field. It's going to be pass interference against the Browns.
Andrews just comes wide open there. A miscommunication in the Browns zone defense because they had a clear out route and a flat route, and last week they got underneath that concept, and Sione Takitaki got the pick.
Illegal contact. Defense number 0. No penalties declined. Result of the play is a first down.
Greg Newsome is called for the penalty. Not that that matters. It's a 36-yard pass play. And don't forget, the Browns are without Denzel Ward, and they're also without Juan Thornhill in the secondary.
Yeah, and right there, that was Andrews on Delpit. Delpit fell down in the middle of that play, Tom, and that allowed Andrews, who's been a Browns killer, to get free.
2:04 to play here in the third quarter. Offset I formation behind Jackson. It's Mitchell. They'll hand it off to him. He'll run to his left, cut back to his right, moves the pile inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. You kind of lose him in the backfield because he's so small behind those offensive linemen.
Yeah, you thought you were going to get him for a big loss there, and he ends up getting a yard or so. You know, what's interesting for this Ravens team, last year they rushed for 298 yards, 4th most in franchise history. Today, just 76 after that run. But it's been Lamar Jackson. 18 pass attempts have gone for 212 yards. MVP performance. He's been killing the Browns, putting the ball in the air.
So second down and 9, 1:25 to play third quarter. 24-17 Ravens. Jackson out of the shotgun. Blitz is coming from the near side. Jackson sets up in the pocket. Steps up now, and he's sandwiched down at the 46-yard line. Well, they're going to get JOK for that sack, but he was helped out by his teammates who flushed Jackson inside.
Yeah, Delpit and Alex Wright force pressure. I think Myles Garrett's at least going to get a half of that one, Tom, and if he does, for Myles Garrett, that will be his 10th on the season. They haven't made the official score on it yet. Delpit down right on the logo, but the pressure outside, Lamar had to step up, and boom, there were Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, who just shot in the gap, and Myles Garrett as he looped around for the sack, and they do split it. Myles Garrett, now the 7th player in NFL history to have 6 straight seasons of 10 or more sacks, the only active player in the league to do it 6 in a row.
Yeah, pretty impressive since he is slow today because it looked like he was nicked up earlier in this ball game. We're going to take a break as Delpit walks off the field. It's 24-17 Ravens. You're listening to the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
Physicians Ambulance is the most advanced private ambulance company in Northern Ohio. With 8 locations, including Cleveland, Elyria, Kent, Ashland, Warren, Worcester, Youngstown, and Chardon, Physicians Ambulance is 3rd-generation family-owned, providing advanced life support, basic life support, and critical care transport for hospitals, nursing homes, all Cleveland professional sports teams, area universities, and Cleveland's largest health network. Physicians Ambulance has been redefining pre-hospital emergency care since 1958. Find out more at physiciansambulance.com. Cleveland-born, Ohio-bred.
Introducing Scaleco Capital, the proud capital investment partner of the Cleveland Browns. With a focus on investing in the Midwest, Scaleco Capital is committed to local businesses with less than $5 million EBITDA. For 25 years, Scaleco has identified and invested in successful companies and maintained their promise of investment in the Great Lakes states. If you're seeking local investors who understand the unique needs of growing and scaling Midwestern businesses, look no further. Contact Scaleco today at scaleco.com and unlock a trusting capital partnership.
Save on stuff you really need and stuff you bought for fun. Stuff you've always really wanted this holiday at Amazon. Stuff that is discounted if you're naughty or you're nice. Stuff to buy your grandma who drinks her Chardonnay with ice. Stuff to make you big and strong. Stuff we can't name in this song. Stuff for lawns and decking halls. Save big on stuff at Amazon. Stuff.
Introducing
Introducing Crack Corn, a light and crunchy, savory, sweet, and salty caramel popcorn that is perfect for all your snacking needs. Made with non-GMO popcorn and no high fructose corn syrup. Crack Corn is the ideal snack for any occasion. This treat was kept secret in the family recipe book for years. So please join us and crack, crunch, and chomp your way through the snacking delight. Crack Corn, now available at Discount Drug Mart, the official drugstore of the Cleveland Browns.
I want to remind you that the Browns defense a moment ago just recorded their second sack of the game, and that means you could pick up a free appetizer for a limited time at participating Northeast Ohio Buffalo Wild Wings locations. Terms and conditions apply. Visit clevelandbrowns.com/sacks for more information. Off this timeout, it's 3rd down and 17. The ball at the 46-yard line for the Ravens. And by the way, Delpit did get up and walked off the field. He's on the sidelines with his helmet on, so he's been checked out. D'Anthony Bell is checked into the ballgame in his spot. Jackson out of the shotgun, trips to the right, one receiver to the left. Jackson drops back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Myles Garrett lays him down inside Ravens territory. Garrett was explosive, a loss of 9 yards.
That's his second sack on the drive, his 11th on the season. Myles Garrett, you talk about starting off here at the end of the third quarter, now going into the fourth quarter, back-to-back sacks. They were at first down at the Browns 40, I think it was. Browns 39, and now they will punt the ball from their own 45. Great job by the Browns defense.
That'll be the end of the third quarter with the score. It's the Ravens 24, the Browns 17. The Browns will get the football back when we begin the fourth quarter. You're listening to the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
In the end zone, touchdown!
Browns fans, get more of the great content you crave right now on the SXM app. Just search Cleveland Browns on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra Browns content, including coach and player press conferences, special team-specific shows, interviews, and much more. It's all on the SXM app. Download it and search Cleveland Browns today.
The fantasy football playoffs are coming, and if you want to win, you need to listen to Fantasy Sports Radio.
Zero concerns about Jalen Waddle. Stop complaining. Enjoy the fantasy points that are about to come.
Touchdown Miami. We're here to help you overcome bye weeks, poor performance, and injuries.
Start Brees every week.
That's a jet touchdown! You need our team of fantasy football experts now more than ever.
You can't count on 15 to 20 points every single week from a guy who is the second option.
Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87, and on the Sirius XM app.
Kelly Clarkson here, everybody. Get ready for the Kelly Clarkson Connection.
Connecting the music she loves.
Everything from Rosemary Clooney to Aerosmith.
The music she's inspired by.
The Queen, y'all. Aretha Franklin. Possibly my biggest influence vocally.
And her own award-winning catalog.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's what you're going to get here. So you're welcome in advance. My SiriusXM channel.
The Kelly Clarkson Connection. Channel 12. And on the SiriusXM app. Free with all trials and popular plans.
Hey, football fans, this is Jim Miller.
And I'm Pat Kerwin. Be sure to join us tomorrow for Moving the Chains at 3 p.m. Eastern on NFL Radio.
We'll be recapping all the Week 10 action from Sunday and getting you ready for Monday Night Football as the Broncos head to Buffalo to take on the Bills.
And whether you want to brag or you want to vent, we always look forward to your calls.
So come talk some ball with us tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern on Moving the Chains, SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88, and on the SiriusXM app.
Whether your team is at home or on the road, hear every game with your hometown announcers on the SiriusXM app. Just search for your team and click the favorite star.
4th down and 26 as we begin the fourth quarter. It's 24-17, Ravens on top of the Browns, but the Browns are about to get the football back. Stout will punt it from left to right. Prochet is back deep to receive. He stands inside his 10-yard line on the far hash mark. And it's gotten awfully quiet here at M&T Bank Stadium. Again, the Ravens still have the lead, but the momentum certainly is on the side of the Browns right now. And Stout hits this one short, and it's fumbled. Prochet fumbled it, and the Ravens have fallen on top of it at the 12-yard line. He was under it at the 11. It was a little shorter than that. It rolled off his fingertips, and the Ravens have recovered the botched punt at the 12-yard line of Cleveland.
The ruling on the field is that the kick was muffed by the receiving team, recovered by the kicking team. First down, Baltimore.
Duvernay is the one who recovered it. He's a special teams wizard. And the Ravens will take over to begin the fourth quarter, 24-17.
And Prochet, who was a sixth-round pick of the Ravens in 2020, spent his whole career with the Baltimore Ravens. Makes a good play for the Ravens, unfortunately, here right now. And that is, your defense steps up. You go down and score, you get the ball back, and you muff the punt. Special teams, not very special right there for the Browns. And that's a big blunder.
Jackson under center, pitches it to Edwards, running to his right, has blockers, steps inside to the left, and is down at the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 1. It'll be second down and 9 from the 11-yard line. Alex Wright, Anthony Walker made the tackle.
You put yourself in a position after that opening pick six to be back into this game, to all you can ask for. Get the ball back in the fourth quarter, down 1 score. The Ravens haven't played many tight games, and it's just a simple thing. Take your eyes off the ball. He wasn't even trying to run it. So nope. I don't know how that could happen. And, you think about the DPJ trade. While he wasn't explosive, he was pretty sure-handed.
Well, Justice Hill checks it in the backfield for the Ravens. Second down and 9 from the 11-yard line of Cleveland. Moving from left to right. Jackson drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, pumps once, now twice, throws toward the end zone, incomplete. Intended for Andrews. It was short of him. And actually, the defender had fallen down, and Andrews was wide open about 4 yards deep.
Yes, he was. If he had got enough on that throw, he had to kind of jump and throw it as Rodney McLeod was there trying to undercut that route, but Andrews had 5 yards of separation. Lamar was upset with himself. So this defense, in a very kind of quick turn situation, they've done a good job forcing this third and long now, and I hope to hold to a field goal, but still it makes it a 10-point game.
Yeah, so third down and 9. The Ravens can get a first down if they go to the 2-yard line. 2 receivers off to the left. Now 3 as Andrews joins the third. Jackson takes the snap out of the shotgun. Pressure's coming. Rolls the pocket to his right. Sets up along the numbers. Now looks back to his left. Still in trouble. Throws it away as he's grabbed and taken down by Myles Garrett. It's incomplete. Did it get back to the line of scrimmage?
There's going to be a flag on Greg Newsome holding Odell Beckham in the end zone.
Wow. Penalty flag sits right at the goal line.
That's tough.
Holding. Defense, number 0. 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
Yeah, so Greg Newsome is called for the penalty. It'll be an automatic first down. That's the backbreaker right there.
Yeah, that's the 4th or 5th time I've lost count. 4th time on a third down. A penalty in the secondary has cost the Browns and given a free first down to the Baltimore Ravens. And Greg Newsome pleading his case. He's working on Odell Beckham down there.
Well, moves the ball to the 6-yard line. Justice Hill is in the backfield. 2 receivers left. Andrews tight to the line on the right. Now he's in motion. Lines up as the H-back. Out of the gun. They hand the ball off to Hill. Hill running to his left to the edge into the end zone. Touchdown Ravens. A flag comes in late. And let's see who it's against. It may be holding against the Ravens, which will negate the play. I think they're going to get Linderbaum, the center, on a hold.
Holding. Offense, number 64. 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
I knew that because of his body language.
Because he told you that.
Yeah.
Greg Newsome is still pleading his case with the official. And I'll tell you what, I watched the replay of that. That was a horrible call. If they wanted to call maybe illegal contact, Odell ran kind of a slant corner, and he did get his hand around his waist, but never grabbed the jersey, never tugged it. Quite frankly, it had nothing to do with that play. That's a rough one for the Browns.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure, in all honesty, whether Jackson was looking his way.
He wasn't.
Not that always matters, but...
Sure.
All right, so it'll be first down. The ball is moved back to the 15-yard line. Make it the 13-yard line of Cleveland. 13:48 to play here in the fourth quarter. It's 24-17, Ravens on top.
The game was stopped to adjust the position of the enforcement. First down.
All right, so they'll move the football from one hash mark to the other. The Ravens are going from left to right. And now Linderbaum brings everybody back together again. Jackson looks to the sidelines and asks for a new play. John Harbaugh is pleading with the official on the near side about something. Justice Hill stays in the ball game in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Hill moves in the backfield next to Jackson. Off the play fake, Jackson will keep it himself. Runs left. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage. Breaks the tackle. JOK had him and slowed him until his teammates come up to clean it up. He may have gotten 1 yard on that play.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is having a heck of a game for the Browns, constantly in that defensive backfield. That'll be maybe a piece of his 5th tackle. He's got a half of a sack, at least 2 tackles for a loss, where he leads the team in that category. But his speed, he was drafted to deal with Lamar Jackson. He's been dealing with him very effectively today.
Yeah, not necessarily shadowing him, but still his responsibility is to make sure if he sees him run that he steps up and gets him. It's 2nd down and 12. The ball at the 12-yard line. 13:08 to play, 4th quarter. 24-17 Ravens. Out of the shotgun, Jackson takes the snap. But the problem is Justice Hill and a whole host of others for the Ravens were moving before the ball was snapped. That's going to be the 2nd penalty against the Ravens.
False start. Offense number 79. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
2nd penalty on Ronnie Stanley today, and that certainly has helped out the Browns, and the Ravens are moving backward. Now, again, they're still in field goal range, but makes life a little more difficult.
Yeah, as they show the replay here, and it looked like Miles may have baited Ronnie Stanley into that one there.
Yeah, the fans are watching it and reacting the same way we are. All right, so it's 2nd down and 17. The ball at the 17. Whistle blows.
This has been a strange sequence.
It really
ever
has.
Since that punt was muffed. It's a lot of strange things going on.
The officials blowing that play dead. Reset the game clock
to 25.
Okay, so the play clock is reset to 25. Game clock is at 13:03, and it hasn't really moved much. So it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 17-yard line. Jackson again out of the shotgun, takes the snap, keeps it himself. Over the block of his right guard. Following another blocker to his left, gets to the 10. So he got 7 yards back on that. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 10.
The Browns, 3 sacks on the day, 2 of them on that last drive that closed that out. And so they feel like they've got something cooking. What you're hoping here is, can you get the ball out from Lamar Jackson in the pocket, or can you force a throw that gives you a chance to take the football away? But the way that Myles Garrett and Zadarius Smith and Obo and Dalvin have been getting after it, I like our opportunity here to make a negative play on 3rd down.
Yeah, Zadarius Smith checks back into the ball game. He's showing blitz from the near side. In motion is Mitchell out of the backfield. Out of the shotgun as Jackson takes the snap. 3rd and goal from the 10. Pressure's coming. Rolls the pocket to his right. Looks upfield. Stops at the 13. Flags come in. Throws to the back of the end zone. Intercepted by the Browns. Rodney McLeod has it at the back of the end zone, but let's see who the penalty's against.
They're going to call Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah as my guess for some type of an illegal contact down the field, taking away or holding something again on the Browns.
And Ronnie Stanley, the offensive lineman, is injured for the Ravens in the middle of the field. I think it's going to go against the Ravens.
They're showing a hold on the Ravens.
Wow.
Was the first indication, but that flag's down the field, and the Browns are celebrating. They may have gotten a turnover.
Holding. Defense, number 6.
Oh.
5-yard penalty with an automatic 1st down.
So the Browns were celebrating. They definitely were. So they must have thought something else out of the pile.
Well, because the official signaled holding and pointed at the Baltimore Ravens and then said something different. And that's another, that's now the 6th, 5th, 3rd down penalty,
resulting in a 1st down. 12-12 to play here in the 4th quarter. We'll take a timeout. It's the Ravens 24, the Browns 17. You're listening to the University Hospitals Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
It's too soon to trim the tree, but too late to trick or treat. So settle into this in-between season with an extra shot of autumnal energy. The Pumpkin Spiced Music Mix. Over 2 hours of cozy acoustic sounds from Taylor Swift, Noah Kahan, Zach Bryan, and more. Available now in the SiriusXM app. Just search Pumpkin Spice and find acoustic singer-songwriters anytime in the SiriusXM Coffee House, Channel 17.
This is Bob Kendrick, president of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum and host of the SiriusXM original podcast, Black Diamonds. Hear stories about the legends of the Negro Leagues and conversations with the all-time greats they've influenced, like 2-time Super Bowl MVP Patrick Mahomes.
When it comes to having fun and enjoying myself on the field, I'm going to do that. It comes from the history. I learned it from my dad, who learned it from guys in the Negro League.
Hear over 70 episodes of the award-winning Black Diamonds podcast, available now on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, Team Coco Radio is now Conan O'Brien Radio. Yep, we've upgraded from channel 106 to 104 because, let's face it, I couldn't stay at 106 forever. You'll find my delightful Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend podcast, highlights from my late night shows, showcasing some of the most absurd and hilarious moments from my decades on television. Plus, dive deep into 28 years of late night memories with Inside Conan. Conan O'Brien Radio, now on Sirius XM, channel 104. Or listen with the Sirius XM app.
Congratulations to the Texas Rangers. The Rangers have won the World Series. The only thing harder than winning that title is defending it. Tune to MLB Network Radio for up-to-the-minute coverage of baseball's hot stove season as teams take their first steps toward the 2024 World Series. The hot stove is burning. Every trade, every signing, live on-site coverage from baseball's winter meetings in Nashville. Hear it all on MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM 89, and the Sirius XM app.
Cleveland fans, hear what Coach Stefanski and the players have to say after each game on the Browns channel, 807 on the SXM app.
Be part of one of the most passionate fan bases in the NFL. Join the Next Gen STM presented by Ticketmaster, the official wait list of the Cleveland Browns. Being a Next Gen STM is the best chance to become a season ticket member in future seasons. Visit clevelandbrowns.com/waitlist to reserve your spot today. All right, so penalties and misplays have been a huge problem today for the Cleveland Browns.
Right, it's clean football. 9 penalties on the Browns, 5 on the Ravens. 5 of those 9 extended drives for them, and that has been the problem. Heck, this drive's been extended twice now, and I think tough calls on the Browns.
First and goal for the 5-yard line. Ricard is in motion for the Ravens. In the backfield is Edwards. Jackson under center. Now Flowers in motion. They hand the ball off to Edwards, who runs over the block of his left guard and moves the pile down to the 2-yard line before he's wrapped up and taken down by Shelby Harris. Roddy Stanley, by the way, was the injured offensive lineman. He kind of limped himself off the field, but he's going to be done for the moment.
Reported as eligible. Number
Ben
66
Cleveland has been reported as eligible.
Yeah, they're going to get big and just try to run it in with Gus Edwards, who has 6 rushing touchdowns in the last 3 games.
Second down and goal from the 2-yard line. Ricard comes in motion from the slot on the left side. They hand the ball off to Edwards, running to his right toward the goal line, back to the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown Ravens as he spikes it home. And it's now 30-17, Baltimore on a 2-yard plunge.
Well, you had to try to stop him on first and goal 3 different times in one drive, and you did it. I think those are tough calls. The one on Greg Newsome I thought was an absurd call by the official, but it doesn't matter. What does matter is the Browns' sloppiness, right? It's the muff punt, then it's multiple penalties. They extended that thing twice. You can't win on the road against a team like the Baltimore Ravens when you lose in penalties and you lose the turnover battle. You just can't do it.
Yeah, this will be an extra point attempt by Tucker to make it a 31-17 game. Again, 2-possession ball game. Good snap, good hole. Kick is on its way, and he doesn't miss much, and it's good. And it's 31-17, Ravens on top with 11:34 to play here in the fourth quarter. The Ravens now with 14 points off 2 Cleveland Browns turnovers. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to the University Hospitals Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
University Hospitals Harrington Heart and Vascular Institute, nationally recognized for precise diagnosis and treatment with the highest quality outcomes. Top-rated specialists, more treatment options, more life-saving interventions, and more clinical research to bring the latest therapies to patients. When you need heart and vascular care, University Hospitals Harrington Heart and Vascular Institute is here for you. Learn more at uhhospitals.org/heart.
In Cleveland, we believe in working hard and football. That's why Cross Country Mortgage is the official mortgage partner of your Cleveland Browns. That's 2 teams dedicated to getting it done and bringing home wins for the land. From buy to refi, let Cross Country Mortgage help you score the best loan.
Go get one done. 1 on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Reach out today at ccm.com.
Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC. NMLS 3029.
Be a part of the Cleveland Browns Foundation 50-50 raffle. It's open online right now, and lucky fans throughout Ohio can win big and support youth organizations right here in our communities. Get your 50-50 raffle tickets on the Cleveland Browns mobile app or at browns5050.com. 50% of the jackpot goes to the winner, and the other half benefits the Stay in the Game Network, the Cleveland State University Foundation, and Shoes and Clothes for Kids. Get your 50-50 raffle tickets today on the Cleveland Browns mobile app or at browns5050.com.
When you're in the dog pound, you're on our turf. Forever Lawn is the official synthetic turf partner of the Cleveland Browns, providing high-performance synthetic grass products for everything from playgrounds and pet parks to backyards and stadiums. As an international company based in Northeast Ohio, we have a 20-year winning record of providing quality products and service and are excited to leverage our premier partnerships to further serve our customers and their communities. Visit foreverlawn.com to discover the possibilities of grass without limits. That's foreverlawn.com.
Are your wiper blades chattering, skipping, or squeaking? Purchase new wiper blades from O'Reilly Auto Parts, and they'll install them for free. See better and drive safer with O'Reilly Auto Parts. Stop by or learn more at O'ReillyAuto.com. 11:34 to play in the fourth quarter. The Browns down 2 scores. They're down 14, 31-17. Pierre Strong is back deep to receive this kickoff from Tucker. Just kind of what you went back to before, Nathan, that the Browns need touchdowns. And particularly at this point, they certainly need them.
Well, the crazy thing is, a few minutes ago, we thought we were getting the ball back down 7 at around our own 11. And James Prochet muffs the punt, and that completely changes the game. Now you're down 14 on the road with 11 minutes to go as opposed to trying to go tie the game.
Yeah, kickoff went out of the back of the end zone. Let's check in with Gerard. Gerard, how's that sideline?
The sideline is a little bit more animated with the offense taking the field, and the thought is that the Browns have an opportunity in the middle of the football field if they can run off Queen and Smith and check down underneath to pick up some chunky yardage.
Yeah, that'd be good to do it. I mean, they obviously have been efficient offensively in the second half.
Yeah, Watson 7 of 7 this half after that tough start in the first half when he was just 6 of 20.
Yeah, down 31-17. Watson will go to work. It's first down from the 25-yard line near hash mark, moving from right to left. He looks to his right, now to his left. Ford is in the backfield. Watson takes the snap. Quick drop, now steps up in the pocket, ripped down. Taken down, Matabike with the sack right around the 20-yard line. It's a loss of 5. It's the 7th straight game for Matabike to record at least a half a sack. It's the longest streak in Ravens history.
Yeah, it's his 8th and a half sack on the season, number 1 amongst all defensive tackles, and he beat Joel Bitonio there.
Second down at 15. Watson steps back again, looking to the middle. Passes complete to Amari Cooper. He's got some room across the 40, now up to the 45-yard line before he's tackled from behind, a gain of 25. Roquan Smith with the soft coverage, and it leads to a first down.
Now that was a dart from the pocket there from Deshaun Watson, and the Browns are going hurry up.
Yeah, they kind of need to because they need a couple possessions. Trips to the left side, one receiver to the right side. Pressure coming from the middle for the Ravens on first down for the 45. They hand the ball off to Ford, running to his left, and Ford gets 3 yards up to the 48-yard line. Oweh with the tackle for the Ravens.
Yeah, not able to get that block where they pulled around on that to try to free him up. Joel Bitonio missed the block on Oweh, and Oweh was able to make the play in the backfield.
Second down. And they say 8, so it's a gain of just 2 yards. 3 receivers to the right. Watson throws to the right. Njoku's got it. He's across the 45, inside the 40, barrels his way to the 35, along the numbers, down to the 30 to the 28-yard line. That was all Njoku. Geno Stone tried to wrap him up, but he could not.
24 yards, and about 20 of that after the catch, and about 12 of that with Geno Stone as his backpack. What a performance by the Chief.
Under 10 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter, 31-17 Ravens. Watson drops back to pass on first down. Has time, looking for the end zone to the right, and it was Tillman who was the intended receiver. He overthrows him, but Tillman got shoved out of bounds. There's a flag down against the Ravens.
Yeah, Rock Yassin 1-to-1 with Cedric Tillman there, and just trying to give him a jump ball. You get a pass interference, it looks like. So that's going to take you down inside the 10 and a chance to quickly put that touchdown back.
Defense number 23. First down is the spot of the foul.
You know, there's got to be an art to it to be able to shove and try to stop somebody without the official saying, oh, man, that's pretty clear.
Yes, that was not bad art.
No. The Browns have entered the Mid's red zone. Mid's true Sicilian pasta sauce. Best ingredients, best quality, best taste. There's an injured Raven player down on the field at the 37-yard line. All right, Gerard, is there an art to being able to sell a pass interference if you're a defensive back?
Oh, there certainly is, and what Hassan did wrong is you cannot extend your arms. If you're going to make a move like that and jostle with the receiver, you have to keep your hands in close and subtly do it and run with them at the same time. But as soon as you extend those arms, the official's going to spot that because they're trained to look for that. So there is certainly an art form to cheating, and pass interference calls not called on you.
You got a play that you like down here on 1st and goal from the 10?
What I would like right here is, because they do such a great job of being vertical and side to side, you're going to have to run these two linebackers vertical and then come with someone delayed underneath. It should be wide open.
Oh, it is 1st and goal.
Run like a little seam with the Chief and then an angle route from your back underneath it. You have a chance maybe to catch it with the momentum going forward.
Travis Jones was the injured player for the Ravens. He came off the field. It's 1st and goal from the 10, from the far hash mark, moving from right to left. Watson drops back to pass, lofts it to his left to Njoku, and one-on-one he's wrapped up and taken down by Kyle Hamilton. And no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal. Maybe a half yard, but that's about it.
Yeah, he completed it, but the ball was high, and so Chief couldn't catch it and turn upfield and use his momentum going forward. That made it an easy tackle for Hamilton. And it's 4-down territory here, so you'll see, I think Kevin Stefanski's trying to maybe get 5 yards here. You don't necessarily have to throw this one into the end zone.
9:20 and counting to play 4th quarter, 31-17 Ravens. But again, the Browns are just a hair inside the 10-yard line of Baltimore. Watson out of the gun. In the backfield is Elijah Moore. Watson takes the snap, drops back to pass. Pressure's coming, moving to his left. Pumps once, throws inside the 10. He's got Moore at the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns.
Deshaun Watson coming alive in this second half. Buys time in the pocket. You get Elijah Moore out of the backfield on a linebacker. Watson finds him, and Elijah Moore's first touchdown as a member of the Cleveland Browns, and it couldn't have come at a better time. What a quick answer, and now you're back in it.
Yeah, that Browns touchdown is presented by Cross Country Mortgage, the official mortgage partner of the Cleveland Browns. When it comes to financing, we always get you home. Visit ccm.com today. That's 11 straight completions also for Deshaun Watson. Well, here's the point after, which is huge right now for Dustin Hopkins. Middle of the field, kicking from right to left. Good snap, good hole. Gets this one off, and it is good. And we are back to a one-score game, 31-24. And that happened fast.
And you needed it to happen fast. It did happen fast. And, this team, regardless of the outcome at this point, you've seen resilience, and you've seen Deshaun Watson start 6 of 20 and now sit at 17 of 31, get a touchdown going, and starting to command this football team. And it's clear you belong on the field with this Baltimore Ravens team. Now, do you have one more stop in you? Because this offense is really starting to come alive.
Well, that scoring drive is presented by Ballybet. Want to win 2 VIP front row tickets to the next Browns home game? Download the all-new Ballybet Sportsbook app and register for your chance to win. Must be 21 plus. Ohio residents only. Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER. 6 plays, 75 yards, 2 minutes and 37 seconds. And Elijah Moore out of the backfield with his first touchdown reception. I think he was shocked that he wasn't touched when he caught it, because he sort of squeezed his upper body as if he was going to take some impact, and instead went into the end zone.
That's nice when you can just fall right into the end zone there. And I think one of the switches we've seen is that the Browns are mixing up their play calling in the pass game, and you're getting some of those quick right out of his hand, and it got Watson in a rhythm. We didn't have those easy completions in the first half.
Well, Hopkins will kick it off. Duvernay is back deep to receive for the Ravens. Back at the goal line. Hopkins takes a breath. It's a 7-point game, and he gets into one. He does not want Duvernay to return this one, and he calls for the fair catch right at the goal line. Before the Ravens go out on offense, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. This is the University Hospitals Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
Listen to groundbreaking interviews and thrilling play-by-play all season long. Touchdown! On SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Well, back here in Baltimore, it's 31-24. Ravens are on top, along with Nathan Zagora and Gerard Cherry. I'm Tom McCarthy. 8:57 to play here in the fourth quarter. Now, looking down, Stanley is still not back in the game for the Ravens. Fa'alele is in as the offensive lineman for him. Gus Edwards in the backfield. In motion is Flowers on first down from the 25-yard line. Jackson hands it off, and Edwards is able to get maybe a yard or two. Delpit came in. He knifed in to make the tackle and slow him up after a gain of 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, Delpit, the leading tackler on the Browns, gets his 5th on the day there, and a good job. But this is an issue for the Ravens now. The Browns starting to get pass rush pressure. Fa'alele's already given up 2 sacks this season in limited action. McCarthy on the other side, he's given up 3. So the Browns have an absolute advantage on the edge here.
Clock winds under 8.5 to play here in the fourth quarter. Jackson adjusts his wristbands as he settles into the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks to his right. Ball is swatted high in the air, and it is intercepted by the Browns. Greg Newsome along the sidelines into the end zone. Touchdown Cleveland, 33 yards off the deflection at the line of scrimmage. No penalty flags. And the Browns are within 130.
Let's go, Greg Newsome. He'd been looking for that first interception of his career. It had been so elusive. Tips and overthrows. You got to get those. And Greg got it and took it to the house, out racing Lamar and Zeiler, and the Browns have stunned this crowd at M&T Bank Stadium.
Yeah, point after away from tying the game with 8:16 to play, and what a celebration going on in the end zone. I mean, it's like a dance line going on in the end zone.
It is. It's a party, and you got to give Obo Okoronkwo credit. He's the one who got his hands on that ball.
Oh, you have good eyes. And you're right, he did. He deflected it right in the air. The 6-year pro out of Oklahoma. Here's the point after by Hopkins. It is good. And well, no, it's no good. It's no good. It's a 1-point game. Oh, my. Hopkins just missed the point after.
He just pulled it a little bit to the left, Tom.
I thought it went right inside that left upright. It went right to the left of it. Amazing.
Sometimes you can't make this stuff up. This is only my 2nd season up here, and I've already seen a lot of things. That's his first missed extra point on the season for Dustin Hopkins. He had come into the game 13 of 13. The Browns had scored 2 touchdowns. He was 15 of 15 before that one. Still in this game, very much so. Let's go.
Yeah, with 8:16 to play in the fourth quarter, instead of it being tied at 31, it's a 1-point lead for the Ravens, but that turnover certainly changes the focus for the Cleveland Browns.
Well, you think for Lamar Jackson, 2nd pick on the day, right? And you even go, there was one, he would have been his 3rd pick down there where they threw the flag down in the red zone. So since he took that big hit from Mike Ford, it hasn't been the same Lamar Jackson that we saw earlier in this game. That's a great, obviously that's not on him, it's just a tip, and it's an unfortunate bounce of the ball, or in the case of the Browns, a very fortunate one. But he has momentum, this crowd is out of it, but man, you gotta put that extra point through the uprights.
It's amazing. You always just think it's automatic, and obviously it's not. And that was just a hair off. Duvernay is back deep to receive. Hopkins kickoff. But he lays into this one. Duvernay will let it go over his head, and it'll bounce out of the back of the end zone. So the Browns defense will go back to work. They've done unbelievable work here in the second half to pressure the quarterback. And let's see if they have it in them again.
Yeah, I think we talked about them being down their starting tackles. No Morgan Moses. Well, that was the push that they were able to get there on McCarthy, who was in for him at right tackle. The Browns defense right now has the advantage over this Ravens team because of their ability to get to Lamar Jackson.
Well, first down for the 25-yard line. Jackson out of the pistol formation. He brings Flowers in motion. He hands the ball off. And Edwards goes forward for a couple of yards to the 27-yard line.
JOK always there. He is around the line of scrimmage. He's able to come down, get off the block of the pulling tackle, or the pulling left guard, John Simpson, and make that play. And if you can get them into 3rd and long here, this is a very important second down, because you can tell the Ravens are a little bit nervous about those situations with the state of their offensive line.
Yeah, second down at 8. The ball spotted at the 27-yard line. Uso Koromoa is in the middle of the field. He's shadowing Edwards. They pass on a slant to Bateman, and it's incomplete. He went sliding to the ground. The coverage was there by Newsome, who's obviously on cloud 9 right now. It'll be 3rd down.
Oh, he most certainly is. He had a bet going with M.J. Emerson, who'd get the first pick. Emerson got it. Newsome had to get him a satchel And now Greg Newsome has the first pick 6 amongst that group, so I'm sure that'll be something he will bring up to MJ Emerson. And here's that big third down. Let's let that pass rush go and get after Lamar Jackson.
Third down and 8, trips to the outside. Jackson out of the shotgun. Pressure is being designed from the near side by Delpit. He'll pull back now. Now he steps up again. Jackson takes the snap, drops back to pass, throws to his right, passes complete to Flowers. Flowers makes one man miss and then just falls down. And he's got a first down. It's a gain of 11 yards. That was Newsome who was in on the coverage. I think Newsome felt like there was contact after the 5 yards.
So when you are playing this kind of a coverage where you've got man and you're having somebody come down to be the robber in the middle of the field, you want them running those in-breaking routes, but there was nobody there. D'Anthony Bell was too deep, and now you think about no Juan Thornhill out there,
right.
And he's not used to being in that position in that situation.
Yeah, now it's first down. The ball spotted at the 38-yard line on the near hash mark, moving from left to right. Edwards in the backfield next to Jackson. 2 receivers stacked to the left side, 1 receiver to the bottom. Jackson drops back to pass. Pressure's coming by Zadarius Smith. He'll roll to his right. Still rolling. Throws on the run. Incomplete. Aguilar was the intended receiver. He was covered by Mike Ford, and he overthrew him. It'll be second down.
Mike Ford doing a better job, and the Browns made an adjustment. They had been putting Greg Newsome in the slot earlier and leaving Ford outside, and they've kind of switched that up. As long as it's like Nelson Aguilar in the slot, they put Ford on him as Newsome goes to the sideline here on second down, maybe to get a breather. That was a good pressure from Zadarius Smith, so close to getting down Lamar Jackson for his second sack of the day.
Yeah, so 2nd and 10 from the 38-yard line. Justice Hill checks into the ball game. He's there along with Keaton Mitchell. It's a pro set. Smith blitzing from the near side. Jackson will keep it himself, and Smith tracks him down from behind. Zadarius Smith tracked him down after a gain of just 1. Was that a designed run? It seemed like it was.
It was a read option, so he had the ability to hand that off to Keaton Mitchell or to run it. And now another injury to this Ravens offensive line. Kevin Zeitler just limped off, and in comes Ben Cleveland. So they're down to 2 of their 5 original starters. Zadarius Smith looked like he was a little shaken up after that, trying to work his ankle out. But he has been so good, not only as a pass rusher, but the way that he sets the edge. And you saw him do that right there. Good play, 3rd and long, opportunity to get the ball back for your offense. And remember, the clock's a factor now. We're at 6 minutes and counting.
Yeah, 6:03, 6:02, 6:01. It keeps on counting down. It's 3rd down and 9 from the 39-yard line. It's a 1-point game here in the 4th quarter. Delpit showing blitz from the near side, and timeout is called by Lamar Jackson. Nope, they're going to call a delay of game. He didn't get the timeout in time. He thought he had more time.
He was saying it should have been reset, similar to what the Browns were saying earlier on that 2-point conversion. We'll see what happens here.
Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Yeah, so that'll push them back even more. So it'll be 3rd down and 14.
All right. Get the pass rush. If he gets it out quick, you have to come up and tackle. That is the key on this one. The pass rush should be such that he does not have a long time to hold the ball. Obviously, you got to watch him take off quickly, but if he checks it down, you've got to get the tackle and keep them short of the sticks here.
Yeah, and Zadarius Smith and Okoronkwo, they shifted from one side to the other. So Smith is coming from the right side. Jackson takes the snap, drops back to pass, rolls the pocket to the left, looking for some real estate. Smith is trying to track him down. He slows him up and takes him down. He tripped him down at the 35, and Jackson was able to dive forward to the 40, but it'll be 4th down.
That is a great play by Zadarius Smith there as he rolls over to the sideline. I'm sure that took a lot out of him, chasing down Lamar Jackson. But Lamar kind of had Mike Ford in a tough spot, waiting at the sticks to come up and make the tackle. You worry about the throw. Now James Prochet goes back there. Catch the football, young man. First and foremost, catch the football.
Did you say it loud enough for him to hear?
I hope so. I was trying to.
All right, so Stout is on the punt the ball, punting from left to right. 5:12 and counting to play in this 1-point game. Stout tosses his hand warmer to the back. It's about 5 yards behind him. And he gets this one off. This is a good kick. It backpedals Prochet. He'll let it go over his head and into the end zone. Now let's check in with Gerard, who, I don't know, you're on that sideline, Gerard. It's got to be happening in place right now.
It certainly is, and expect for the Browns to continue to try to orchestrate passing underneath. But if the Ravens do make an adjustment and start taking that away, this is the perfect opportunity to attack the seams. Because to their credit, Smith as well as Queen do a great job of covering the middle of the football field. But at this point, they have to be saying that we're getting killed with the underneath stuff, so we have to come up and make some plays. And if they do that, then look for us to go vertical over the top of them.
Yeah, Gerard's sideline report presented by Cross Country Mortgage, the official mortgage partner of the Cleveland Browns. Browns have had only 2 possessions this half, but both have resulted in touchdowns. It's first down from the 20-yard line, and now we've got movement. I guess it's on the right side of the offensive line.
I think James Hudson.
False start. Offense number 66. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
But by the way, the Ravens are still without Marlon Humphrey. He came out earlier. It's an ankle injury. His return is questionable.
That's the 10th penalty of the game on the Cleveland Browns.
And that's had an impact, the penalties.
That had a huge impact in this game. And by the way, you'd love to be tied in this situation, down 1.
Each team with 2 timeouts left. It's first and 15 from the 15-yard line of Cleveland. Deshaun Watson out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Quick toss to the right. Njoku trying to make one man miss. He does. He's able to break the tackle and get across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Kyle Hamilton eventually made the tackle, but he got some yards back there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a perfect first down play, and the Browns have found something, getting the ball to the Chief in space. And you look at him now, 6 catches for 58 yards on the day, and it feels like 50 of those 58 have come after the catch.
Yeah. So second down and 4. They need to get to the 30 for first down. Owe lined up on the right side of the defensive line, showing blitz. They hand the ball off. They give it off to Ford, and Ford is able to get up a couple yards to the 29-yard line.
Deshaun Watson in his career, 10 game-winning drives, 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. He has not had one since 2019 with the Houston Texans, and he was brought to Cleveland for moments and possessions and drives like this. I think this is 4-down territory. Dial up those sneaks, maybe. Harrison Bryant in the game, something to keep an eye on.
So third down, Bryant lines up on the left side of the offensive line. Njoku on the right side. Out of the gun is Watson. Now Bryant settles under center. Now pulls back. He's in the H-back formation. Watson looking to throw. Throws to Ford out of the backfield, and Ford is able to fight his way for a first down. Patrick Queen wrapped him up, but Ford kept his feet moving for a first down.
And that's what Harrison Bryant in that role brings you. So all of a sudden he goes there, they're thinking sneak, then he motions back, and you basically use David Njoku as a lead blocker. The Ravens, to their credit, because Patrick Queen and Roquan are very good, that easily could have been one where you went for a long distance up that sideline, but a big first down.
All right, 3:20 and counting to play here in the fourth quarter. 31-30, Ravens on top. Browns moving the football. Watson out of the shotgun again. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. 4-man front for the Ravens. They move forward from the right side of Watson to the left side. He'll take the snap, drops back to pass. Pressure's coming, steps up in the pocket. He's hit. He lost the football. It's loose, and the Browns have recovered it at the 21-yard line.
You knew at some point Jaron Christian and James Hudson, that would be a factor. Odafe Owe got around the corner, and you could see it coming from our vantage point that ball was going to come out. He gets the sack. That's his third in the last 3 home games. But for the Browns, the good news is not catastrophic because you recovered it, but you don't have time to give them the ball back, so you have 3 downs now to get 20 yards.
Wyatt Teller fell on top of it. It's second down and 19. 2 timeouts left for both teams. Watson takes the snap, drops back to pass, throws to the middle of the field. Pass is complete to Amari Cooper to the 39-yard line, 2 yards shy of a first down, but it is certainly manageable on third down. A gain of 17.
Deshaun Watson was 6 of 20. He is now 20 of 34. That's 14 straight completions.
Well, that play will take us to the 2-minute warning here in the fourth quarter. It's the Ravens 31 and the Browns 30. We'll step aside and be back. You're listening to the University Hospitals Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
Howdy, I'm Miles Garrett. And I'm Joe Thomas. And even if we were Miles Thomas or Joe Garrett, we get the same level of care at University Hospitals. Because the same people who care for the Cleveland Browns care for all athletes in Northeast Ohio. With expert sports medicine and world-class everyday care. University Hospitals Drzezinski Sports Medicine Institute is here for you.
University Hospital's Drzezinski Sports Medicine Institute at UH Ahuja in Beechwood is now open with everything you need as an athlete. Learn more at uhsports.org.
From the east side to the west side, from the Muni Lot to the Dog Pound, we rally around the Browns no matter what. At Elk & Elk, no matter how tough things get, we fight for every client, every day. And if you've been injured, the best fans in the world deserve award-winning attorneys to get them the compensation they need. Elk & Elk is proud to stand with you at every game and every trial. Elk & Elk, proud partner of the Cleveland Browns.
You think buckling up is a personal choice? That it doesn't hurt anyone else? You would be wrong. Your choice could shatter the lives of your family, friends, and everyone you know. That's why we enforce seatbelt laws, to save lives. Think about that every time you drive. Buckling up isn't just a good idea, it's a choice between surviving a crash or not. Make sure you and everyone in the vehicle buckles up every time. Click it or ticket. Paid for by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Football is back, and NFL Plus has you covered. Get NFL Plus, and you'll never miss a moment of live football action this season. With live local and primetime games on mobile, NFL Network, NFL Red Zone, live game audio, and more, all in one place. That's right. This season, get NFL Red Zone and NFL Plus Premium so you never miss a touchdown. That's every touchdown from every game, every Sunday during the regular season, across devices. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Two minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Today's game summary brought to you by Sherwin-Williams. Ask Sherwin-Williams to help bring your color to life. Well, it's a one-point game. That's the first part of this summary. The Browns started 2 of 7 on third downs. They're 5 of the last 7. The big key, though, in the second half is that Deshaun Watson is 14 for 14 for 145 yards. And now facing a third down and 2. In the backfield is Jerome Ford. Watson out of the shotgun. Njoku is in the wing position to the left. 2 receivers stacked to the left. Amari Cooper to the right. They hand it off to Ford, and Ford up the middle. Cuts to his left. He's got the first down up to the 45-yard line as we wind down to 1:50 to play here in the fourth quarter.
2 timeouts, plenty of time. You want to get into field goal range. You need about another 20 yards, I think, to be in comfortable field goal range for Dustin Hopkins.
Hopkins has missed an extra point today. That's why it's a 1-point game. Ravens showing blitz on first down. Watson steps up. He'll pump. Now he'll run to his left. Breaks one tackle to midfield. Inside Ravens territory. Cuts to his left to the sidelines. And he's out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Patrick Queen makes the tackle.
What a play by Deshaun Watson, who's down now at the end of that run. Took a big shot up top from Patrick Queen and went down, but I think he's going to be okay. He's getting up now on the sideline, but what a huge run. And so we talked about field goal range. You're there. You are ready to go for this Cleveland Browns team with Dustin Hopkins, and now you have an opportunity to still get a few more yards out there. And it looks like Watson may be going to the sideline here as P.J. Walker warms up, Tom.
Well, again, John Harbaugh was looking for a timeout.
Due to the injury of number 4, Cleveland is charged a timeout.
Yeah, so that's why I was wondering if they would switch it.
Second and a half.
Yes.
30 seconds in length.
Harbaugh was looking for a timeout after that play. And it's now assessed to the Browns, so they have 1 timeout left.
Yeah, that way he doesn't have to leave the field for a play. But Deshaun Watson today, 7 rushes, 37 yards, the 15-yarder, his longest of the day. And now the Browns are at the 40. Certainly you can attempt a field goal from this spot, but it feels like you've got the momentum. This is a team, the Baltimore Ravens, their defense has been on the field the majority of this game, 32 minutes, the majority of the second half. And so can you keep running? I think you have everything in the playbook right now if you're Kevin Stefanski. Your quarterback's in a great rhythm, but you can't have negative plays going backwards.
Yeah, so first down from the 39-yard line of the Ravens, from the near hash mark. Cleveland moving from right to left. 3 receivers bunched to the line of scrimmage to the right. Amari Cooper by himself to the left. Ford in the backfield. Watson taps his foot. Pressure's coming from both edges. They hand the ball off to Ford. Ford over the block of his right guard. Spins inside the 35-yard line. And along the hash mark moves the pile to the 30. The pile keeps on moving to the 25-yard line. And finally they blow the play dead. But it's a first down for the Browns, who are playing with energy. It's a gain of 13.
You talk about saying we are the more dominant team. We are the more physical team.
Baltimore.
James Hudson leading that push. Leading that push down the field and then yelling at the crowd. You are in field goal range now. So here's something you want to think about, right? We're likely going to kick one. Do you score a touchdown? Great, wonderful. Be very happy to do that. But you've got 1 timeout left for you, 1 timeout left for the Ravens. 1 minute and 13. Dustin Hopkins has not missed a kick from the left hash this year. So if you are ultimately settling for a field goal, look for the Browns to get it over to that left hash. His only missed field goals have come from the right hash this season. The Browns going big
Number
now.
53 is reported as eligible.
All right, so Nick Harris checks in. By the way, Jerome Ford, 17 carries, 108 yards here this afternoon.
Yeah, second 100-yard game of his career. The first coming on that game Monday night against the Steelers when Nick Chubb went down. This one certainly tough running, and the Browns are in position to win this football game.
Kareem Hunt checks in. Harris is the fullback in the I formation. Hunt is the deep man. Everybody tight to the line. They hand it off to Hunt, running to his right, moving the pile again, gets down close to the 25. They'll actually mark him at the 26, so it's a gain of 2. Travis Jones makes the tackle. 1:07 to play, and the Ravens, I believe, just used their final timeout.
Baltimore, their third and final of the half. Be 30 seconds in length.
So again, one timeout for the Browns. They could tuck that in their back pocket for the time being.
Yeah, I mean, the Ravens can't. You have the 2 plays, you can run it down. They're not going to get the ball back. This is going to come down to Dustin Hopkins in the same exact spot that he missed an extra point, going in that same direction, putting the ball through. Now, right now, the ball's on the right hash.
69 and 53 have reported as eligible. 69 and 53.
So the Browns just going to line up, get big, and run the football. Could do a direct snap here, but they are going to run the football right now, take it down, and give Dustin Hopkins a chance from inside of 40 yards, most likely, to win this football game.
1:07 to play in the fourth quarter. I formation with Nick Harris, the offensive lineman, as the fullback. Everybody tight to the line. They hand it off to Hunt, running to his right. Hunt breaks one tackle with his back toward the goal line. He falls backward to the 20-yard line. So it'll be third down, and the clock winds under a minute to play in a 1-point game.
Dustin Hopkins looks like it's going to be a 30 to 39-yarder. Now, the Browns obviously could break this into the end zone, and boy, I'd be happy about that. For his career, 59 of 63 from 30 to 39. He has not missed from that distance as a field goal this season.
And again, he's missed an extra point, so that's why Nathan is putting that caveat out there. Clock is winding, 30 seconds to play. It's third down and 4 from the 21-yard line of the Ravens. Deshaun Watson under center will run to his left, now to the middle of the field.
That's what we were talking about. They wanted to get it over there to that left hash for Dustin Hopkins. And now a chance to put the Browns at 6-3. A chance to beat the Baltimore Ravens on the road and cement this team as a contender for the AFC North title, and it will come down to the foot of Dustin Hopkins.
Timeout.
Yeah, timeout called by the Browns as they allow the clock wind down to 3 seconds left. Now, looking into the stands, there are some fans that are rolling out of their seats and heading to the exits. This isn't definitively a chip shot. Obviously, he's missed an extra point here today, but he's in really good position.
He's in great position, and this is when the Browns made this trade. This is why he was brought here for Deshaun Watson. We talked about could be the 11th game-winning drive of his career.
Yep.
Dustin Hopkins, one time, my friend. One time.
This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt from the middle of the field. Hewlett, the long snapper. Bojorquez, the holder. Bojorquez on one knee. This crowd to their feet. 3 seconds left. The Cleveland Browns to win it. Down 1, 31-30. A little pause. Here's the snap. It's a good one. The hold is good. The kick is on its way, end over end, and it is good, but there's a flag on the field. Hold everything.
I think it's going to be Kyle Hamilton jumping over, and it looked like he made contact with the Brown trying to do the Myles Garrett. We'll see.
Yeah. The kick was good. It's 33-31 for the moment. And let's see if it's 33-31 for eternity.
It looks like it. Joel Bitonio celebrating.
Yeah,
Tom.
the Browns are celebrating.
Fouls for illegal leverage. Field goal will count. This will end the game.
And that will end the ball game. The Browns have won it 33-31. They've come from behind. They've erased all the mistakes today. And they've turned it into a victory. 33-31 the final score.
a signature victory, Tom. A signature victory not only for this franchise, not only for the 2023 Cleveland Browns, but for Deshaun Watson. He was brought here to lead this team back in the fourth quarter, in the second half, against teams like the Baltimore Ravens, and he did that today. He was perfect in the second half, 14 of 14.
Wow.
The Browns imposed their physicality on that final drive, ran it down there, and the Browns, off the foot of Dustin Hopkins, have beaten the Ravens, and they're 6-3.
Wow. That said, the AFC North over the next 6 days could change in total complexion, and this was a big first step. That field goal is presented by Clutch Transportation Services, proud partner of the Cleveland Browns. 33-31, the final score. The Browns come from behind and have an amazing second half to knock off the Baltimore Ravens. You mentioned how this could be a signature game, a signature week. The AFC North is now, for all intents and purposes, up for grabs.
It's wide open, and you get an AFC North doubleheader next week. Thursday night, Ravens, Bengals. Sunday, Cleveland Browns Stadium, Browns, Steelers. It's all right there. The opportunity to seize control of this division is right there for the Cleveland Browns.
All right, we'll take a break. The final score, it's the Browns 33, the Ravens 31. You're listening to the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
Calling all Browns fans, Cross Country Mortgage is giving you a chance to win big during the dedicated dog sweepstakes. Weekly prizes include official Browns gear, tickets for home and away games, and you could even win club seats. But that's not all. Enter now to win the grand prize, a $25,000 home makeover. Just visit clevelandbrowns.com/CCM. Enter today.
Equal housing opportunity. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC. NMLS 3029.
As the weather gets colder, the NFL offers stay hot on FanDuel. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 moneyline bet. That's $150 if your team wins. FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the Cleveland Browns.
21 plus in President, Ohio. First online real money wager only. $5 pregame moneyline wager required. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Introducing Scaleco Capital, the proud capital investment partner of the Cleveland Browns. With a focus on investing in the Midwest, Scaleco Capital is committed to local businesses with less than $5 million EBITDA. For 25 years, Scaleco has identified and invested in successful companies and maintained their promise of investment in the Great Lakes states. If you're seeking local investors who understand the unique needs of growing and scaling Midwestern businesses, look no further. Contact Scaleco today at scaleco.com and unlock a trusting capital partnership.
When we say everything your car needs, we mean everything. Conrad's and Blue Falls Car Wash. Local and family owned by Conrad's with locations throughout Northeast Ohio. From expert mechanics to state-of-the-art washes, we've got your car covered, including offers like this. In celebration of Conrad's 38th store opening in Canton, get up to $150 back on a set of 4 eligible Bridgestone tires using your CFNA credit card. Bridgestone, official tire of the Cleveland Browns, proudly sold at your hometown Conrad.
What a scene. Myles Garrett is walking off the field as we speak, and the Cleveland Browns fans that are here to watch this game, and there are a ton of them who are still here, he is getting them up on their feet, celebrating as the Browns walk away, and they do so with their head held high with a 33-31 come-from-behind victory. Brought to you by Ohio Business Machines. They can tackle any size office. Call 216-485-2000 or visit ohiobusinessmachines.com today. Our final thoughts, and elation is the first one if you're a Cleveland Browns fan, because you needed a signature win, and this was against the team that had the hold on the top of the division.
And you came in here in a game in which realistically you kind of handed them 2 touchdowns. The pick 6 on the second play, a muff punt, multiple penalties, and they score. And you came here into Baltimore. At times, you were down 14-0 with 10 minutes to go in the first quarter, within 5 minutes of this game. And you came back from that. You were down 24-9 with 12 minutes to go in the third quarter. You fought back from that. Then you say, You get it to 24-17. You muff the punt. It's 31-17. 11 minutes. This is a team that had not allowed more than one touchdown to an opponent in 9 straight home games. The Baltimore Ravens, the number 1 scoring defense, and the Browns put 33 on them. And Deshaun Watson, a signature half, a signature drive, the physicality, forward over 100. Watson 37, Hunt 32, and got in the end zone. This was a complete and total team effort. The pick 6 by Newsome, all of it. Everybody contributing to a great season-defining win.
And the Browns had to overcome 10 penalties today, and they were big penalties. 10 penalties for 55 yards, 373 yards of total offense for Cleveland, 195 in the air. We mentioned Deshaun was 14 for his last 14 in the second half, and 178 yards on the ground. Really impressive victory. Now, going into next week's game against the Steelers, who are also 6-3 because they knocked off the Packers 23-19.
They're 6-3. The Bengals are 5-4, and so you're playing next week for second place in the division with an opportunity, if the Bengals are to beat the Ravens, for first place in this division. It is all there for the Cleveland Browns, and let me tell you something, Browns-Steelers always has juice. This is going to be something come Sunday.
Well, Nathan, I enjoyed it today. Really appreciate it, buddy.
I loved it. Had a great time with you.
Same here.
It's more fun when we get to call outcomes like this. We'll be smiling on the way home today.
Well, our coordinating producer for today's ball game was Dan Menigan. Our stats were provided by Brett Bessel and our spotter, Nate Rowan. Our board op, Michael Bohm, did a heck of a job today. Our engineers, Mac Robinson and Dan Vlodman. Our sideline engineer was Clay Weiss, and our producer was Jason Gibbs. Once again, the final score, it's the Browns 33 and the Ravens 31. Up next, the post-game show presented by Howard Hanna Real Estate with Jeff Phelps and Tyvis Powell. So long, everybody, from Baltimore. You've been listening to the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network.
He lands! Touchdown! Thanks for joining us for the game. Cleveland Browns football has been brought to you by University Hospitals. University Hospitals is your hometown medical team and official healthcare provider of the Cleveland Browns.
This broadcast is a copyright of the Cleveland Browns and the National Football League. Any other use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the prior consent of the NFL is strictly prohibited.
This is the University Hospitals Cleveland Browns Radio Network. Stay tuned. The official post-game show is next. This is the University Hospitals Cleveland Browns Radio Network.